Could this be the worst title I'll ever come up with? Maybe. Could this be the stream that we get a great one on? Also maybe. Figured we have a couple of hours here, might as well spend them grinding. And what better way to do that than on stream? What's going on, guys? Cam's in here, Evan's in here, Ryland's in here. Welcome on in, guys. Hey, Mel. Just got a diamond, water buffalo, and tiger. Nice, man. Bucks and ducks just shot my first harlequin duck. There you go. And inevitably, we are spooking stuff. So this is an all-male herd. We only want to kill 2. And that's going to be our 2, and away we go. How do these puns keep getting worse? Well, to be honest, it actually helps that, like, everybody in chat makes Tahr puns throughout these streams. So it makes for easy inspiration of such things. Hey, what's going on, Riley? There's that big boy emo. That is the newest one I added, mostly because I thought it was funny. I think it will get used, though. Killed a diamond whitetail yesterday. Nice, man. It's funny you mentioned whitetail. I think I have a plan for what I want to do this, like, early November. I think I might do, like, a whitetail week or a deer week or something, only hunting deer species in the game. Should be fun. Good job on the diamond Tahr. Thank you, man. It's nice to finally get some stuff. Like, we are, I don't know, really close to 2,000 kills. In theory, we're gonna hit 2,000 on this stream. And again, I don't even know the exact amount we're at, but the fact that we're now at 3 diamonds and some rares is way better than we were. Arthur Morgan, what's going on, Mr. Doug? Did you kill something, like, really good? I swear I saw your name in my Discord with something. Hey, Killian. So kind of like a feature week for deer? Kinda, yeah. I was thinking of the whitetail week to begin with, but maybe it would be better if we did, you know, all the different deer species and just kind of see. It's down the road some. Hopefully I can even remember to do it. But it feels like something I could maybe prep and then like hunt the entire week of the first, you know, part of November there in the rut. These are good sounds. It's gotta be in the... Oh, there we go. Well, the 4 is encouraging. Shoes to pigmail. We're gonna try it, Dylan. Welcome on in. Have I missed anything? We literally are just getting started. We killed 2 Tahr at the last spot. I don't even know why I'm bothering trying to jump up on these things. Where's the 3? I guess that one? That'll work. There should have been... Yeah, there's another one. And I think we did just fine. Hey, Hatchet, what's going on, man? How you doing? Also, I mean every stream. Oh, I think I understand how you're saying that. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping into this one as well. Sounds fantastic. Hey, Beast Within. Can this ghost ever a moment of peace? Heh. Just getting tarred. That's exactly right. There's a super rare albino snow leopard. I thought that, okay. So, I didn't want to say, like, was it a super rare snow leopard? Because then if it wasn't you, I don't know, that would feel, like, weird. To be like, oh yeah, that wasn't mine. I'm not that cool. You know what I mean? But that was awesome, man. You and Zeppy got a leucistic super rare. Like, what the heck? I wasn't aware of any super rare snow leopards being killed. And then in a couple of hours, you guys each got one. Hey, Brandy, happy birthday. Are the waterfowl blinds effective for this? The main reason they're useful is they seem to be easier to place than like tripods, regular ground blinds. Obviously, tree stands need a tree. I don't know why that is, maybe like something to do with the collisions and stuff. But yeah, so long as the door closes behind you, it's the same as using a tripod or anything else. It will give you the reduction in hunting pressure, which is the real point that tripods are used anywhere. Sunday stream indeed. What's going on, Kevin? Small mail. Just shot my first Tibetan fox and it turned out it was a 9 and I botched it. Oh no. That's always unfortunate. So the stream is playing, but the YouTube play button is still on the screen and I refuse to refresh. I respect it. Alright, well there's a mail. This zone has really been confusing me. I just don't get what's going on with it. Sometimes there's like one there, sometimes there's none there. I don't know. Now we need somebody to get a Malek. Yeah, that would be the trifecta. Has it been confirmed that hunting pressure does not impact tigers? Well, I don't know. The way that tigers work as a whole, I don't know that necessarily it should. I don't know if it's officially confirmed anywhere. How can you mess up a diamond? If you don't pass any of the 4 harvest checks, you'll end up with the gold. Thank you, Minty Muffins. Someone said I was hacking because I was killing everything, like insta-dropping them. Hey, Fro. It's horrible puns. They're rough, but hey. I think at first, like the very first tar grinding stream I did. Are those tar? What the heck? I didn't even see them. Okay. Anyway, I was trying to come up with a pun for that because I've been doing it for a while. Probably since the moose grind. Did a bunch of moose grind puns, did quite a few bear grind puns, and I couldn't hardly come up with anything, but since doing it, and everybody in the chat has been making tar puns as well, I think I've realized this has the most potential for, like, varied tar pun titles. Played Quattro for the first time in a long time, and 80% of my tents were removed. Yeah, I don't know how long a long time is necessarily, but going back maybe a year or two, they changed some stuff, and a lot of maps had that happen, actually. What's the count? I'm not counting, but we're approaching 2,000 just based on kill totals. Rip PaTAHR. I gotta make PaTAHR into a short so he's immortalized forever. That was so unfortunate. But it is funny, since we shot him, a bunch more 5s are showing up. We killed that big diamond on stream. The very next kill was a troll 5. And then in yesterday's video, we had 2 5s. So I don't know. In theory, that's not what should have happened, but I'm not complaining. Bailey, thank you for subscribing, by the way. Sad accusation. What's going on, Mr. East? Big diamonds incoming. I'm hoping we get some. I don't have a ton of time to stream today. Probably 2.5 hours, something like that. So we'll see if we can manage, but hopefully it can be worth our time. PaTAHR will respawn as a Great One Floof. I'm really hoping that our Great One does spawn in his zone. You shot PaTAHR? I did. I'm honestly so annoyed about it. So they went running up by us. It's a group of 4 tar, so like it gets a little chaotic. I think I shot a 4 first, and then I spotted a level 2. And I thought I was still spotting that 2, but clearly I had spotted the level 1. And I even thought to myself like, wow, those horns are tiny, and then I shot him. Video today was a banger, thank you. Apparently I put it out earlier than I meant to. I had planned on dropping it for members only, good lord, early this morning. And then I looked and I had already done that like 11 o'clock last night, so, you know, earlier access to videos than normal. I'm sure nobody's really complaining about that. Murdered him in cold blood? I didn't know such thing. Forgot classic videos? I've still been streaming classic though on Wednesdays. So that's been our one way to, you know, keep on playing classic as well. Sunday-PaTAHR? What about Sunday-PaTAHR? This spot was so good, and now it's just kind of like sometimes good. Which I guess we can deal with. Kermit, thank you for the gift of membership to It's Surge. I think I'm saying that correctly. Have a gifted for the goofy title. Why, thank you. I really do appreciate that. I still don't understand these darn alerts. I can't get them to work how they're supposed to, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you, man. Didn't even tax him. I was too upset by the events of his passing. I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Been loving all the content. Thanks for all of it. My pleasure, man. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. It's been cool to see, like, the hype around Call of the Wild come back these last couple of weeks. They're down there. Leading up to, really, the Sunday-PaTAHR, like, hints, the, what did I call it? The leaky faucet drip, drip, drip of information. Call of the Wild hype was about as low as I've seen it, so it was really good to see it, you know, coming back. Today's fun's a little extra goofy, just a little bit. I wanted to stream yesterday, but my whole day got thrown off. The internet was screwy yesterday, so I was like, I don't even want to stream. So I went and got trail camera cards instead, and then I came back, and then the internet was working, but I had already, like, wasted too much time by that point. Anyway, I wanted to do a Tahr Day stream. It'll have to be next weekend. You're the best of this game, why thank you. Ain't no way my new fishing rod arrived broken? Oh, that sucks. Surely they can, like, replace that, right? Them Tahr extra nice to you? I don't know what Kyla feeds her Tahr, but they grow up big and strong. Hey, Timothy.
I insult them, I don't know.
You insult them. Maybe you feed them salt. That ain't even a Tahr. What am I getting all excited about spotting stuff? The Tahr are like Flinter down here. Hey? Huh? Oh. Hey. I think I get it. That was a Tahr. Female Tahr. Feeding them steroids. We're just about through all of our spots here this quick because they're really not cooperating early in the morning. I'm gonna have to eat some watermelon soon. There's 103 outside. That is too warm. There we go. A little something. Yeah, Kyla got a brand new watermelon. Now, typically there's supposed to be 2 here. There's some up there. Now, the funny thing is that's up by that other tent we already visited. I don't know. Let's get the one that we can see. Let's watch and see what happens. Vonster, thank you for becoming a Shusty, by the way. Very much appreciate that. For some reason, the new member alerts still don't like to work here on YouTube, but it is appreciated nonetheless. Welcome to the Shusties, and if you are not in the Discord, be sure to join that as well. Link up your YouTube, get the member role, and enjoy the green name and emojis in chat. Kyla's feeding her Tahr pumpkins, it must be. Game is absolutely majestic, I agree. Sports that is hard for me to pronounce. Sports edits. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Sorry.
It's been a long morning.
Good lord. Thank you for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. Such a big fan. Thank you, dude. And Andrew as well. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the support. How's IRL fishing going so far? July is going to be the best month. I'm not going to lie. I have not been out that much. Caught a couple on the fly rod, but not nearly as many as I'd like to. I want to get out after bass before it's too late. We'll see if that happens. Kyla's going to Switzerland here in like a week, so maybe I'll find some time during that period to get out a little bit. Very hard name. I just got a really dumb brain, actually. What else happened there? PDK Gaming, thank you for subscribing. 9:30 should work. Were you there when her great one spawned? Let me think. The first one, I think I was downstairs when the first one spawned. I'm pretty sure I came back up from eating lunch. And she's like, did you see I got it? I'm like, no. But she had posted in our group chat. The other 2 I was here. One of them was on stream. Like, and it was 3 days in a row if I'm not mistaken. Which is also absurd. Got a big 4, that's what we like to see. Been watching you since you started. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you sticking around. What's up, Becky? Shadow? I don't know. Oh, she's right behind you. The third was on stream, yeah. And then the second one, she shot while I was streaming, but I think it spawned before I streamed. When I kill a male on his own, what could be the reason for him not respawning? Are you talking about Tahr? Are you talking about some other species? Because I feel like, not that there's a huge difference, but it'd be easier to answer if I know. By the way, I jump up here and shoot because they'll go nervous and stop running, and then they actually flee back the other way. So long as I shoot before they stop fleeing, they run all the way to me. And I think in this case, doesn't even matter. It was on Wednesday's Twitch stream? Was it? I thought she got them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday? I don't know. Did you hear about Ultimate Hunting? Yeah, I made a couple videos on it. Gotta name your great one Tarzan? Well, I've kind of committed to naming him Tahr in memory of the biggest male that's ever lived. Need some Borks from Shadow? She's just happy we're home. We were at my nephew's baptism this morning, so we had to leave at like, I don't know, 7 a.m., something like that. And then after that, there was breakfast at my brother's house, so we were there for a couple hours. So we've only been home for 40 minutes, maybe. And Shadow, I guarantee, like, she hardly slept. She lays in her kennel, she just drools, she just gets freaked out. So now she's just sleeping.
Poor baby.
I know she got 2, but 3, I'm pretty sure, like, as I said, back to back to back, 3 days in a row, too. It was ridiculous. Going on a trip to Poland tomorrow. Nice. Alright, got that one. Let's jump up to here. Did I... main menu? I don't think I did. 4 level 5s and a couple runs. There you go. Are you over 2k kills yet? No, but I think we'll get there on this stream. And again, I'm not counting either, so it's really hard for me to know my exact amount. But I've been figuring I'm like 250 to 300 below the like 1,000 number. I'll show you what I mean. How rare are leucistic snow leopards? They seem to be quite rare. Okay, so we hit 70,000 kills during early access. We're at 72,182, and I'm assuming like 250 to 300 on top of this are not Tahr. The rest, it's been mostly Tahr since the map came out. So something like 2,000 kills, I just don't know exactly where we're at. Alright, now that we've menued, we should be good. 6k like the fallow? God, I hope not, man. I really hope not. Not that it wouldn't be, you know, fairly easy to get 2,000 kills. I feel like I've got my Tahr pretty consistent. Oh, mostly deer don't respawn for me sometimes, whitetail red deer. So there's a couple of different things. The first thing is, with any species, it seems like you want to leave at least 2 members of the herd alive for you to be able to get respawns. If you don't do that, let's say you're grinding whitetail, right? And you've got a herd that's, I don't know, $3 in a doe. You kill those $3, the doe is going to be the only one standing there when you come back. You're not going to get respawns. If you only kill $2, you've left $1 and 1 doe, you should get respawns. Now, don't quote me on that because I'm hardly an expert on this stuff. I think that's how it works. And probably that's what you're experiencing. Something like that where you're not leaving those members of the herd. To be honest, I really don't do that with grinds. With the Tahr here in feed zones, I have started doing it. Anything else I've ever done, red deer, whitetail, fallow, I just kill everything. I haven't been up here in a while. Let's see what's up here. Just found level 5 blue cheese. Nice. Hey, Sarah. Best tips for grinding? I'm gonna go for a fallow great one. I've only gotten 1 diamond after over 2,000 kills. Something isn't adding up there. So are you grinding like a good chunk of the map, or are you really focusing in on like a couple of spots? Because 2,000 kills, just by accident, you should have more than 1 diamond. So you definitely are having, you know, some kind of issue there. Hey, little. You inspire me to play Call of the Wild. Well, glad to have led you that direction. Forgot to text my mom when I was home. Now she's worrying. Me and my friend just got a 13-pound bass. Nice, man. If you get pictures of that, post it in the Discord. Zones are so confusing. Yeah, and like, I've been saying this every time I talk about it in videos and stuff. I really try to make clear. I'm not one to try to, in the immortal words of DD33, use a complicated formula to get a great one. I like to just shoot stuff and hope that eventually one shows up. But when it comes to respawns and stuff, you gotta have them consistent. So in that case, you just do what you gotta do. You gotta leave a couple alive. And the angler, oh my god. Well, actually, that's still huge though. What kind of bass? I'm not even aware of a bass that goes up to 13 pounds. Alright, where are we heading here? I think we've hit all these areas. Should be good to jump to this spot. Big male. Hey, Beef Miser. Got 2 Great One Moose on Friday. Nice. 2 in 1 day. Tahr whoop me. Could you possibly make a video on Tahr grinding? I've made a couple. I'm kind of steering clear of making like a Tahr grinding video that I'm going to call a guide, because I really don't feel like I understand them that well. I've got a good grasp of what you need to do to get respawns, but as far as like, I think iBuy managed to herd manage him to some degree. I was under the impression the way that they were spawning up until like a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think herd management would be possible because of how I thought the respawns worked. I think I'm getting a better idea of that now, and I'm really not going to try to herd manage. Quite frankly, with my Great One grinds, I've done better when I don't mess with it. Now, for instance, when there's a herd of 4 male Tahr, I'm killing the 2 biggest ones. In a way, that's kind of herd managing, I guess, but it's only because I need to leave 2 so that respawns happen. Wonder if it's possible if you didn't grind for Tahr, would a great one spawn by itself? It can happen. Lots of people around the community have killed great ones of different species without grinding for them. Typically it's things like red deer, whitetail that they're killing some of anyway. That was the way that TK described it when great ones came out all the way back in 2020. I think that was the vision. I don't think grinding was ever supposed to be a thing. But, you know, Lucretius, I think it was, in Fabled Chat, he managed to find one by killing a bunch of whitetail. And I was like, well, I'm going to do that. So I started shooting a bunch of whitetail, and I got a great one, and slowly but surely, it's kind of become a thing. Herd management is possible with anything? Yeah, I thought there was a more complicated spawning system with Tahr than there actually is. That's why I thought it wasn't possible. Not that I didn't think you could do it because of anything, you know, specific to the species necessarily. I just thought they gave them unique spawning behavior. Alright, I think that one that called down there, we're actually going to get when we go to this tent, so let's jump all the way down here. Rosie grind's going great, got 2 diamonds and a great one Rosie, huh? How much does recoil management actually reduce recoil like a percentage? I don't think they give you that information, but it's reasonably significant. I mean, I can try to show you now. Sometimes... Okay, let me shoot things, and then I can talk. Because concentrating and shooting are not my forte. Alright. So sometimes, when you reset perks and stuff, they don't actually take effect until you, like main menu or something. So let's reset. I'm going to zoom all the way out. Actually, all the way in will probably show it better. Oh, wow. A lot is the answer. Okay, you can see I'm ended up in the leaves here. So now when I reactivate this, so I need that, I do that, I do all 3 of these, fast shouldering, and we're good. Okay, now, I don't know what you'd call that, but it's close to like 50% reduction with all 3. Do you watch UFC? Not much. If it's on, I'll watch it, but I don't, like, it's not appointment viewing for me. What's going on, little Bible? The fox there in the loading screen is so uncomfortable, but it looks so good. The fur is just immaculate. Hey, Michelin Man. Not too much. We're getting some Tahr down here. The one thing that I'm happy with is we're pretty consistent. Pretty reliably, I know what's going to be where. Every now and then I fast travel and it's like, oh, there's Tahr here. Usually, you know, they're not here. But other than that, we're at a point where it just feels like we keep on doing this till one shows up. I feel like we're past that stage of like, where the heck are they? Or I can't understand my respawns. So long as we don't screw stuff up. We go and shoot, you know, too many in one zone and delete that zone, that's a problem. First time catching you live and watching a lot of your videos recently. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully this will be a good stream. We have, hopefully lots of Tahr to kill yet. Okay, now that's interesting. That one that called when we were at our last tent should have been, like, right up here. And I can't see him. I mean, we'll fast travel to the other tent and see what happens. Anyone else notice how fox fur types progress into each other? Orange to tawny to sand, red to gray to smoke? To be honest, that wasn't something I thought of, but I can see what you're talking about. There we are. Nice 4. Now, only one male is a little concerning, but since he's got females with him, I can't imagine that has anything to do with that absolute stampede of Tahr that we were shooting in yesterday's video. Got a piebald nil guy and Super Baton, but I also messed up 2 diamonds there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the piebald nil guy look amazing, so as far as visuals, I think you still kind of won out on that one. It's a little foxy there. My colorblind self cannot tell the difference between a lot of the fox furs. I can imagine that would be tough. I mean, I can't tell the difference, and I don't have any color blindness. There's, I may or may not have a fox in today's video, and I was really trying to identify the fur. Now, it was at night, but even still, I just could not figure out what it was. Did they fully decide that they'll release a map every year? I don't know what's necessarily official with that. I don't think they ever commit to, you know, anything like hard and fast rules, let's say. Because, I mean, they've even come out and told us this. They are really careful about, like, committing to something until they know they can deliver it, so that they don't end up, you know, getting hopes up for something that can't happen. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. I was pretty darn happy with the way that ended up. A lot of female Tahr up here. Alright. Sometimes when we come back up here, there'll be another male, but if we just go ahead and rest, we should be good. How many diamonds do you have of Tahr, and have you found a great one? No great ones yet. I think, if you count the diamond I messed up, 4? In like 2,000 kills, which isn't exactly great numbers, but 3 of those 4 have been in the last 300 kills. What's up, Erica? What's your favorite new rare in the new map? I posted in the Discord yesterday evening a leucistic yak, and definitely think it's one of the best looking ones. Gold yak and leucistic yak both. I like them a lot. Leucistic snow leopard look awesome. Let me think here. I really like the smoke Tibetan fox, to be honest. And man, the mellow Tibetan fox, like, that might be it for me. The silvery tones in that just got me. When we killed that one, I was so impressed. Yeah, do it, Cam. I think this week we're gonna finally get off Sunday-PaTAHR for a couple of videos. We'll probably go and check our grizzly spawns, maybe brown bear spawns. I'm excited for that. Hey, Stu. You did get 2 great one moose in the same day. Nice. Alright, now typically we will get some Tahr down here. They're not here yet, but we'll just carry on. Did you see my comment on the Tahr video about my 2 pseudo-mela tigers? I saw it, and I can't remember what I was doing, but I didn't get a chance to respond to it. But I did see it. It was literally at the top of the comments when I opened them. Just killed a guaranteed troll yak. Nothing like it. Gotta love it. Been grinding for handgun skills so I can unlock the rhino. Is it a good handgun for buffalo? Yeah, it's a really good option. One thing I would say is it's maybe not as good for tigers, because the tigers are so fast. You need a little more knockdown power. You can't avoid them. But with Cape buffalo, water buffalo, bison, yak as well, they're slow enough you can sidestep them. So you hit them in the lungs with that, sidestep once or twice, you're good to go. Kralj, I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but thank you for subscribing. Alright, not much going on up here, which is a little less than desirable. Kenya for impala, Canada for doll sheep, and Argentina or Brazil for marsh deer and tapir. Okay, I'm missing the first half of this, but I like the things that we're talking about. Hey, cheese. It's a decent one. Now, probably we should get out of the tripod and run down here so we can actually see what's going on. Tiger defense weapon, that makes more sense. I thought you were saying, like, I don't know. I read that as something to do with Mr. Rogers, and I was very confused. Hey, Mal, nothing yet. Quite a few Tahr, but no big ones. Does anyone know if you played the map before great ones were a thing? Would the kills before that count towards it? Okay, so there's a misconception that there's progress with great one grinds. That's not a thing. What I mean is, the game doesn't look and say like, you've got 2,000 kills, now you're X percentage more likely for a great one to spawn or anything like that. All great ones are a random chance. Now, it seems to be that you're more likely or maybe only likely to get a great one spawning off of like certain things, meaning, I know for sure, Ibai did a grind, I think it was fallow deer, where he only shot max weight estimate males, 82 to 100 kg, and he got a great one that way. And there's a thought out there that maybe they can only spawn off of max weight estimate males. So for instance, any Tahr that we shoot that's not max weight estimate, maybe that doesn't give us that chance to get a great one, but it may respawn as a max weight estimate one. Therefore, when we shoot the next time from it, that could end up being the great one. That's where this idea of progress kind of comes from. Like, in theory, there's some influence over... Let me put it this way. If that's the case, if you need a max weight estimate male for a great one to spawn, you might shoot a level 2, that becomes a level 2 again, then a 2 again, then a 3, then a 2, then a 3, then a 4, then a 5, then a great one. Something like that. Like, as you respawn over and over and over again. There could be some kind of influence that way. Did I, like, miss our Tahr or something? But other than that, it's just a random chance. So there's no nothing prior to great ones could possibly influence anything. Have you gotten a rare no guy? No, and well, actually I killed a piebald female, but it blows my mind. I've hunted so many no guy. And then like, I don't know, 20 minutes on Amazing Pizza's map. We streamed it together a week and a half ago, something like that. We got a piebald no guy in his map. Literally a dice roll, yeah. A dice roll that has some influencing factors is probably a way to say it. A dice roll that maybe has like a weight on one side. Still just trying to manifest another Central/South America map with Jaguar. Jaguar, now that we have the snow leopards, really intrigue me. African leopard, Jaguar, any kind of other big cat. Because, I mean, we see like the mechanics they can do with tigers too. It can be so cool. What did I miss? A whole bunch of Tahr kills, but nothing special just yet. You don't believe... What's that, Jesse? Ooh. So I had a bunch of 2s here at one point. Yeah, there's one of them. How many Great One Tahr does Kyla have? 3. Oh, 2 different multiplayer servers. So do respawns always spawn into the original zone? No, that's another thing that for a long time people have thought that, and it just doesn't work that way. I don't necessarily know what led me to come to the conclusion that it didn't work that way. But, like, you just see things move around, I guess, often enough that it's pretty clear that animals don't respawn in the original zone. The reason you'll see respawns in the zone is because you're killing animals elsewhere, too. I guess the only way I can describe it is if you kill... Okay, we just killed 2 Tahr from this zone, right? The respawns of these 2 Tahr are not necessarily going to pop up in this herd. They may show up in some other herd on the map. But there's going to be respawns in this herd, too, from other Tahr that we kill. At least that's the way I've always perceived it. $164, nice, man. Is she going to keep grinding? Of course. Keep telling her this is addict behavior. What did I miss? Nothing too crazy yet. Nobody home here. So we're going to jump to this spot again. It occasionally produces males. Hey, hippie man, what's going on, man? Doing the 4 Lakes Bear Grind SRP. Any tips on getting all the females out? Kyla said she shot them all. I don't remember there even being females by the time I did it. Maybe there were. Yeah, actually I did have a couple. I must have just slowly like hit them by accident or whatever. I guess that's the move, you shoot them. And again, actually there you go. There's a good example of like proving that animals don't respawn necessarily in that same zone or whatever again. Because those female bears will move once you shot them. Maybe not immediately. You may need to shoot them and then the respawn and stuff like that, but they'll get out of there. What's up, Squanch? My first tiger encounter was a level 9 and it ended up making diamond. That's crazy. Like, I know a couple of people had that experience, but that's gotta be insane. Like, you haven't even learned how to, you know, properly deal with the attacks yet and you're already having a 9 there? That would be like panic inducing. Got an albino Tahr female. There you go. Got a little piece of the multi-mount if you're gonna do a great one Tahr grind as well. Oh, I missed that, Mel. I didn't know you got one. How do I have such bad? That was horrific. Nobody saw that. Hey, I got him. Good lord. What's up, Dog Ninja? What's the rarest fur for tiger? Honestly, I don't think we know. I don't see any evidence that there's any one particular rare fur that's spawning like so much less than others. I feel like I see very few white stripeless compared to others, but it's not as if there's not many. Hey, Cameron. Survived the storms? We did indeed. I think it was it yesterday? Yeah. If you so to back up, If you got Wednesday's stream during that streaming classic, there was heavy downpour and a little bit of a storm, and I ran outside to put the truck in the garage because, you know, PTSD from a tree falling on my truck. And literally as soon as I got back in, it stopped raining. But it had thoroughly drenched my shirt, like to the point that if I jumped in a pool, it wouldn't have been any different. And that happened again yesterday when it started pouring rain. I ran out to put the truck in the garage because, stupidly, I once again didn't have it in the garage. Soaked once again. Was Shadow just shooting these Tahr? Yeah. I thought I'd let her take over. You know, no thumbs. It's tough, but she did great. She got him. Just started playing Call of the Wild again and need some tips. What kind of specific thing are you looking at? You just trying to get back into the game? Learn kind of where stuff is? Casey, thank you for subscribing, by the way. A better method for tigers other than 3 lakes? I mean, I think a more enjoyable method is just hunting them and not grinding them, but, you know, do whatever you want. Pause work just as well, apparently. It can't be worse than what I just did. Run around and get attacked by them. I mean, that's my favorite thing. It really is. Even though they kill me more than I thought they would. I thought, like, you know, once we learn how tigers work, they're rarely going to kill me. It's like, you know, not often, but a couple times, maybe a week, I'll just be running around and I get that growl, turn around, and it's basically already pouncing on me. Hi. I got a diamond water buffalo 5 minutes before the diamond tiger. There you go. Oh my god. Albino Tahr? That's albino, right?
Yeah.
It's a silver, but I still don't want to mess it up. That's cool. That is so cool.
I don't even have an albino yet.
You have 3 great ones and no albino?
I know.
We'll come back, I guess.
Nice.
So he was probably sitting right down there when I shot that other one. Dang, that's ridiculous. Do we just track him, though? Maybe we just track him. That feels like a good way to go about it. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of grind time to try to go and get that. That made my heart jump. I kind of thought it was a great one for a minute, but...
No snow for you.
What's up, Lemon Lime? Smoked. And now we gotta... I should be picking up tracks. Now we gotta figure out where he got to. Could it be this one? No. Could it be this one? No. Could it be this one? I kind of think it might be. Tips for snow leopards. Oh, this is the one that we already killed. So what I do is I just run all these trails up here in the mountains. I find that because the mountains are so hard to navigate, if you just run around for some time in the mountains, you'll notice a lot of places you can't scale. You got to try to jump like 3 or 4 times to get over top of stuff. You run those trails, it eliminates some of that obstacle course movement, and it allows you to, you know, just be a little bit more efficient. And I find a lot of feed zones and tracks are just near those trails anyway. What'd you miss? Not too much, but if I'm not mistaken, this track right here starts the interesting things. This should be the one. And there you go. We've got an albino Tahr. Now, he's going to be a silver. He maxed at 74. Gold is 85 and change, I think, or maybe 84. But albino Tahr seem to be really, really rare, and that's such a cool find. Is blue Fur-type for Nilgai rare? Nah, it's one of the commons. Pinhead Larry, thank you for becoming a Shusty. Welcome on in, man. Appreciate the support, and if you're not in the Discord, be sure to join that as well. Link up your YouTube, get the member roll, and enjoy the green name and emojis here in chat. What's up? Just have fun. How many kills in? I'm not counting, but roughly 2,000. Can't wait to see this albino. Yeah, it's rare that I'll go and track something on a grind, because it's never efficient, right? But it's so cool. I really do want to make sure we don't mess it up, silver or not. Like, I just want to make sure we get a good shot on him. And I think if we just walk track him, Are they right here coming back? They might be. I will definitely do my best, Gordon. Firmly grasp it. Are you going to tax it? Definitely. So I have like what I call my grind lodge. So everything going all the way back to the red tier grind. I didn't have a grind lodge with whitetail, but pretty much every diamond, every rare goes in that grind lodge, and the best stuff eventually makes its way to the main lodge too. Big Duck, thank you for the gift membership to Lemon. Really do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. How you doing, herd management? I'm not trying to herd manage, Tahr. It seems like something that just isn't going to be efficient for me. You certainly can do it. People are having success with it, but I just haven't seen that it's something that I want to try to pursue. It just reduces the amount of kills so much. Just missed a shot of my first potential diamond caribou. Meaning messed it up or missed it, because if you missed it, it's all fine. Just gotta go and find them. Would you happen to know the home range of fallow deer on Tahr? They're pretty much just on like the east side of the map. Southeast even, I would say. There's that, there's like 2 lakes. Sort of in like a, I don't know, like a muddy, swampy looking part of the map. That's about as far north as they'll go. Nerd alert! Minor speech mistake. Hey, that'll happen. What's up, Decay? Grounding for Tahr as well. It's a good way to, you know, spend a Sunday afternoon. Okay, we're just getting further and further behind this guy, so I guess we'll run and hope for a warning call. Broke my pelvis, ribs, and shoulder recently doing motocross, and watching your content has got me back into Call of Duty, and it's been nice to enjoy playing again. Well, I'm glad to hear you're on the mend then, if you're able to, you know, play the game and stuff. That sounds really not fun, so I'm glad you're okay. Is it common to join a multiplayer server and kill 4 diamonds in a row? That certainly sounds like a hack server. I can't say that it's definitely a hack server, but almost certainly it is. For me, like, I think that's that separate spot. Usually if I find more than 3 trophies, say in like an hour, I start to get suspicious. Definitely a hack server. Yeah, another good thing to look for if you join a server and you're unsure if it's hacked or not, like, oh man, I found a couple of 5s already in an albino. Is this legit? A good thing to do is pay attention to your in-game chat. So if you're watching the session scores come up, if a lot of people are getting animals that score 250, 500, or 1,000, these are your diamond session scores, it's probably hacked. Lemon Lion, thanks for becoming a Shusey, by the way. I really do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Alright, we're very fresh. So what did he do here? Found 3 full red deer back-to-back in multiplayer? I'm gonna assume that's just bad luck there. Like I said, 3 is about that number where I start to go, okay, this might not be right. I've probably had multiplayer servers where I've killed, say, 4 trophies, but say in like 3 or 4 hours of time. So did he trot down here and then go back this way? Is that what I'm seeing? Shot a piebald squirrel? I didn't know piebald squirrels existed. That's cool. That said, I thought I saw one time. Kylo was actually streaming, I remember. I was sitting in... I just went to the stand behind the house here, and I was sitting in Twitch chat. I think I might have had the volume on, like, you know, the minimum level or whatever. And I heard rustling in the trees behind me, so I hurried up and, like, muted the volume. And I turn around, here comes this squirrel with a big white patch down its side. Till I realized it actually had a full ear of corn in its mouth, and that was like the husk that I was seeing. He was just fat. First time tuning into the stream, always enjoy watching your videos. Good luck on the grind. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I was going to say we'll need it. However, we have had an albino here, so maybe things are finally turning our direction. Nonetheless, I appreciate you. I mean, it kind of depends, like, if there's a herd with 4 in it, it's crazy, but if you're finding different groups... Oh, yeah. It is possible, though. Like, you could get really lucky. However, most hack servers are just every animal's a diamond. So if the first 4 things you see in a server are all diamonds, it's hacked. Like, that's just statistically impossible. If you're finding... Oh, wow, like, I went to 5 lakes and there were 3 diamonds there. I would start to be suspicious, because there are hacked servers where not every animal is rare, diamond, whatever. And that makes it really tough to tell. Kyla streams now? Not as much these days, but... Oh, I spooked him again here. So we're like 12 years behind him then. Honestly, I'm half tempted to try to go meet him back in the zone. Is it cheating to use the population scanner? A good rule of thumb is if you're using anything external to the game, it's cheating. Well, the wind sucks, but that sure would make sense as to the direction he was going to be. Hunted him for like a week? You got like a whole tale of piebald squirrel hunting stories from that. What does session score even mean? I honestly don't get the point of it, but essentially it's combining like the best way to put it is the old scoring system, but altered. So animals that can get up to level 9, if you kill a diamond animal that maxes at level 9, and you get full quick kill, you'll get 1,000 session score. If the animal maxes at level 5, it'll be 500 session score. If it maxes at level 3, Doc Whitetail Road here, it'll be 250 session score. Another fun little additional detail, if you get a great one, whitetail would be 275, red deer are red deer are 1100, fallow would be 550. And you see, like, it just adds 10% onto it. It's really weird. Is it cheating to cheat? Good question. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Are there hack servers on console? It is much more rare, but it is possible to hack on console. So, generally speaking with console stuff, like, you don't maybe have to be as suspicious. But again, if every animal is rare or diamond, then you better be on the lookout for it. Oh, he's alarmed. Okay. I think he just went to fleeing when we got that shot. I'm glad we tracked him. Look at the shining white over there on the hill. That is so cool. So we've now had red as an initial spawn. We've had black fur type. We've had 2 whites and albino. Look at the eyes. And we killed the albino female Tahr too in multiplayer. They just look so cool. Man, that is awesome. He's going to be 74.17. So I think all rare Tahr score max, top estimate, double lung, 54 meters. That's definitely our rarest kill so far on the grind. Had to track him 1.25 kilometers just to figure it out, but I think we're gonna have to make a couple of Tahr multi-mounts at this point. Because I really want that in the center one, but I also really like our black fur type gold one. That is sweet. That is so cool. A lot more good things in the last 500 kills in this grind than like the first 1,500. I missed something there too. It's right when he showed up. Becky, thanks for becoming a Shoosty. I really do appreciate that. If you're not in the Discord, if you haven't heard my spiel, be sure to join that. Link up your YouTube, get the member roll. Take advantage of that good stuff and enjoy the green name and emojis in chat. What did that say about determination? Oh, your determination to this grind is admirable. I hope someone didn't make that pun already. I think that's a new one, actually. I like it. What's up, Zach? What game do you like more, Way the Hunter or Call of the Wild? At this point, Call of the Wild. And I don't mean to say that as like, Way the Hunter sucks, because it doesn't. But Way the Hunter does have limited replayability, and that's something that I think it takes potentially hundreds of hours to really get to that point, which is good. I mean, I have 700 hours in the game, and only recently have I started to be like, it's hard to, you know, like the replayability factor is starting to wane on me. 700 hours in the game is a good number of hours to be able to enjoy it, you know, over that amount of time. But the biggest problem is, due to the way the genetic system works, and having like high fitness areas, it just becomes a farming and waiting game. But it takes a long time to get to that point, so at least there's that. Making pasta, holy. What do you think's the best sounding gun in the game? I have a better answer for classic because I always know. Tell you what, the drilling rifle sounds good. The 243 pistol is a good one. I'd have to like fire them all back to back. The Gannair is pretty darn good too. Little recency bias there. Let's jump up to this spot on the bus. Nice. Just got my first Tahr roll. You're officially what's that called? Initiated into the Tahr Grinder Club. Everybody's got to get a troll Tahr to be initiated. Ian, thanks for becoming a Shusty as well. Welcome on in, man. Really do appreciate that. We are cruising towards another emoji slot already. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the emotes. You can use them in, like, comments. I think only on my videos. That's the one thing, YouTube versus Twitch. On Twitch, you can use your, like, subscribe channel emotes anywhere on Twitch. But I really hope you guys like them. I've been trying to make sure we had good ones. More importantly, Call the Water Classic. I've always said, if you said to me, hey, you can only play one of these two games from now on. We're gonna make the other one cease to exist in some alternate reality. I would pick Classic because of the random spawns, because that makes it so every time you go out, it's a completely, like, fresh and new feeling. I would say outside of that, like, getting to play both. Call of the Wild I obviously play more, but I'm always going to have a soft spot for Classic. Headhunter, thanks for becoming a Juicy as well, man. Welcome on in, appreciate you. Once again, be sure to join the Discord if you're not in there, and link up your YouTube to get the member roll. Hey, Bree. Well, Ultimate Hunting Bee multiplayer, I believe they said 16-person multiplayer. So, basically twice the capacity, the multiplayer servers, as Call of the Wild and Classic, which is cool. 270 the Eckers for the sound. I haven't shot the 270 in a while. I was going to say the 30-06. That's got a good kind of report to it. So what are we missing from rares, by the way? We need dark brown, we need dark red, and that's it? Yeah, because there's 6, and we have 4. I haven't really... I need to get on it. I'm not terribly concerned. The units that we hunt have excess doe tags. Like, they probably won't all sell before the season starts. So... not that I need to rush to it, but, you know, better to get them than to find out, oh, actually this year they all sold out for no good reason. So I'm thinking there were 2 more in there as well. Unless that fleeing call was the second one we shot. Now, if it was only 2 males, that'd be weird. I'm kind of thinking it was 2 males, alright. Is it going to be on Xbox? Have they... they did say what platforms it was going to be on. I'll have to look. There we go. Okay. So it wasn't just 2 males. Good. We need Classic 2.0. It's always, you know, I'm always hopeful it's going to happen. I did indeed, Zeppy. I didn't get time to respond to you. I literally got back from my nephew's baptism, made a thumbnail and fired up the stream, but you and Doug each got super rare snow leopards like a couple of hours apart. As far as I'm aware, they're the first 2 super rare snow leopards in the community. What's up, Rooster? Got 30 diamond whitetail, but no great one. Any advice on how to get one to spawn? Frankly, it sounds like you're doing everything right. If you're getting lots of diamonds, you're doing what you need to do. You just gotta hope basically that dice roll comes up snake eyes or double 6s or, you know, whatever the heck makes a great one. Double 6s is 12, so let's go with that. Classic is so fun. Classic's great. There's a perception out there that Classic's just like, you know, old, not good hunting game, but the mechanics and stuff are top tier. What's a super rare again? So just a diamond that's a rare fur type. Albino diamond Tahr would be an easy example. Melanistic diamond snow leopard, things like that. What? Ooh, big 4. Dead 4. Is that a straw? Man, I think it is. Boy, if that's a white, I'm gonna cry, but 2 big 4s, we need them dead. Double 6s equals Sir 12, exactly. It was an insane initial spawn luck, got warning call while going for blue sheep, and as you do with any snow leopard call, Drop what I was doing and tracked it. That is the reason you do it, just in case it's something like that. That's awesome, man. I know you said, like, different playstyles, but a KG and Flinter collab will be gold. It's not different playstyles, it's different content styles. I mean, maybe, though. Like I said, never say never. Okay. It was Tahr. Always, it was Tahr. What the... Do I need to go to bed? Yes. It was straw, is what I meant. I was pretty sure it was a Tahr, actually. That much I did know. All my tire zones are covered in females. Yeah, you know, if you grind for Michelin tires, you'll be better off. But, you know, if you gotta go with some good years or whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do to get respawns. How much is ultimate hunting gonna cost? I don't think that information's out there. I'm not aware of that. That was, in fact, a Tahr. In the, Arthur Morgan style. You, sir, are a Tahr. Seems too easy to drop animals in Classic. With a bow, it's easier than maybe it should be, but Classic is the only game where bow hunting is actually worthwhile. And it's because you can drop stuff. Now, it wouldn't have to be, but here's... Actually, it would actually. So here's the rundown. Spooking animals in Classic is a problem. If you spook animals, it's not like Call of the Wild where they stop at a zone or, you know, go nervous and come back or anything like that. They, for about 10 minutes... Well, I know I heard footsteps. Hang on. There they are. Okay. So they will, for about 10 minutes, just be, I guess, in what we'll call a nervous state. But that just means they're going to spook easier, they won't come into calls, stuff like that. And then, yeah, they just free roam. So you may be tracking for a really long time. So bow hunting, the reason it's worth it, is because if you can be silent and not spook the animal over the next hill that would spook from a gunshot, you may be saving yourself a ton of time. Now, the thing about dropping animals, another thing when you spook things in Classic, let's say you spook a whitetail doe and it runs past a moose, it's going to spook that moose. Red, was that... Fox, okay. So yeah, if you dropped an animal with a... If you lung shot an animal with a bow and it runs, let's say it's a group of mule deer buck coming in, and it runs past your other bucks, they're all going to spook. That's the core concept of why bow hunting is actually good, and I haven't found another hunting game where bow hunting is worth it. Even in Way of the Hunter, where in theory it helps you call your herds, I still don't find it worth it. Loving that pun in the title? Well, thank you. I definitely put a lot of work into that and didn't come up with that in 0.12 seconds. I think I missed the lungs. That'll work. Like the cosmetic you got on the 300, tiger themed. I was supposed to make it back to the, like, all black. We've been doing that with the ARs that we've grinded with for a while now. But I did tiger theme actually for, I guess, what's going to be today's video. Never did shoot a tiger in that video, and I kind of forgot about it. But it looks nice. What's up, Zechariah? Any good areas for Tahr? So the vast majority of Tahr are in the Himgiri region up here. However, you'll see we're not in Himgiri right now. And we've got a number of them down here that we've been hunting as well. So they're in a decent chunk of the northern part of the map. You get them in PaTAHR, mostly in Himal, but the biggest thing about it is you just gotta cover ground and find them. Like, they don't always feed in really easy to get to spots. If you're trying to do a Tahr grind, I would recommend trying to find those zones that are in open, easy spots and really try to spend some time, you know, setting up those. I knew I heard footsteps behind me. Interesting. I don't know what that herd is, but we're just gonna go with 2. Probably we could have killed all the males here, but it's just tough to tell. What's the best map to run around on multiplayer? I would say whatever map you enjoy hunting the most. Like, I know that sounds dumb, but the real reason, like, that I recorded multiplayer, it has nothing to do with being more likely to get a diamond, which, by the way, that's not the case. You're every bit as likely to get one in single player as multiplayer. The reason that I do multiplayer is the map is entirely new to me, so every experience, every time I go to that map, it's worth exploring. It's worth checking out every different location on there, because you never know where that diamond might be. Whereas with your own map, let's say, like, you know, you haven't visited this area of PaTAHR in a while and you haven't killed anything, the spawns are all going to be the same as when you went there last time. Exactly, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. This map, I agree. I think they figured out what makes a good map. Finally, EW understands now. Seems like they didn't understand for the longest time. I'm kind of with you. Like, I think they understood in the past. I think Verhunga was great. I think Yukon was very good. Silverish Peaks was top tier. I do think they lost their way to a degree, but I think they've unlocked a lot of potential here by adding tigers and snow leopards, and I just hope they keep that up. You're terrorizing? Is that what we're going with? I think I'm reading that right. Would you say the Angler is better than Ultimate Fishing Sim? I haven't played Ultimate Fishing Sim, so I don't have the comparison, unfortunately. I'm told that Ultimate Fishing Sim does have, like, some mechanics that are better. That's a crazy estimate. You want to just turn this way, buddy? He will eventually, but they walk, like, away nervous for a long time. Alright, now turn back. There you go. Got him. And... oh, got him. Good. No way a 4 makes it. Level 4 Diamond Tahr can't happen. It's very unlikely, but it can happen. Have you seen... oh, the missions on the Ghost of the Mountain? Yeah, I'll probably do them eventually, but from what I hear, they're not the greatest. Yukon doesn't have enough species. It could do with some more, I agree. Another species or two to, like, you know, maybe, we'll call it break up the monotony of certain areas, would make a massive difference. Hope Ultimate Hunting can be like Classic. I believe they've already confirmed it's going to be random spawns, which I'm really excited about. Okay, that's the one that we got with the 300. The other guys are right there. 100 score minimum. Ah, he's 100.43. No such luck yet. I do want a Diamond level 4 Tahr just for the sake of it. Doll Sheep's the species I've been talking about, man. It feels like the perfect fit. Would you like to see Doll Sheep added? So when did Yukon come out? 2019, I believe? Pretty much from that point, I've been asking for Doll Sheep to be added. I just think, like, they suit the map pretty well. There's not super mountainous areas, but if you go far north on Yukon, I think it's mountainous enough to be like, yeah, sure, they can live up there, that's fine. And, like, yeah, bighorn suck, alright. They kind of failed there. Most sheep species, mouflon, blue sheep, actually I say most, do we even have more than 2? Anyway, those ones they've nailed. And I would like to think they could nail Doll Sheep. Classic nailed Doll Sheep. Just give me those big, beautiful curly horns and I'll be happy. Any rares or diamonds? Yeah, we killed an albino level 3. Can't have been 20 minutes ago, because we've only done like 1 run through since then. You really like the blue sheep? Same. They're just so good. Like, the massive horns are so amazing. Add chamois and Capercaillie to Hirsch, mountain goat and black bear to Yukon. Honestly, I love that. If we're going to do just backfills, I'm very happy with both those on Yukon. Ooh. Didn't even recognize that it was a Tahr at first. That'll work. Bunnies. Blacktail on Yukon? It's the wrong kind of blacktail. Technically, it would need to be Sitka blacktail, which are very different than what we have. I wish they'd add them, and I really wish they'd do them justice, I guess. Not to say the Sitka in Classic are, well, no. I'm going to say the Sitka in Classic are at least borderline bad. What bugs me is they don't have that distinctive double neck patch. Like, they could just be so much better than they are. I really want, like, proper Sitka blacktail. Academy, am I saying that right? What's going on, man? Snow leopard and wild yak to medbed? Does that sense make? I thought we determined that. Oh, snow leopard was somewhere else. We talked about them being. It wasn't medbed though. I feel feel like instead of a map later this year, they should do a pass on older maps and new species or something. I think for the most part I could get behind that. What's one species you would like to see added to the game? So outside of doll sheep, I'm assuming since you're asking for one species, you're talking about on an existing map. Well, Siberian tiger on Medved now makes some sense, since talking about snow leopard and yak to Medved. I really do want muskox in the game. We've seen they can pull off shaggy fur, so maybe that can happen down the line. Yeah, I think those would be my choices. Alright, we're a little late. This run took a bit longer than intended. Nilgai to Parque? Ooh, I'd like that. What's up, Gendies? I hear Tahr right by our tent again. They're not supposed to be there. Hello, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's a little darker than it's supposed to be. Alpine Ibex? That's a good one, too. I love Alpine Ibex in Classic. What's up, Teddy? Do you think they could add hippos to Virunga? Could they? I'd say so. Will they? That's maybe a different question. You'd like to see water mechanics with hippo. You'd want to see them, you know, walking around, say, with just their face out of the water, basically. I don't know if that's something they can necessarily easily do, but if they could pull something like that off, I think the immersion would be there. I'd like it. Have you played Fishing Planet? Just a bit. I have something like 30 minutes in it. Not a lot. Yes, that's what it was, Hatchet. It was Snow Kitties to Yukon. And we looked it up. And the first thing I found was like, oh yeah, Alaskan snow leopards. And I was like, oh my god, it's a thing. All right, let's do it. And then we found out that it's actually like some concept about the future introduction of them. But they titled it as if they're already there. It was really weird. What about hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild and fishing? Well, that's what they made the angler for, though. Like, for many years, people asked about fishing in the game. And if you played the game, I don't know, within the first couple of years they were there, there were perch in the lakes on Layton Lakes. And people are like, when are we going to be able to bow fish for these or catch these or whatever? And they ultimately removed them, probably so they would stop getting such questions. But, you know, they came out with the angler. Now that's a solo male zone, that's kind of weird. And I think what that tells us is adding fishing to the Hunter Call of the Wild would have been problematic, to say the least. Have you hit some good shots? And we've had some alright ones. We did kill an albino Tahr, which is pretty cool. Darth Vader. Okay, so we've got more males here. It's almost like this is the 4 males zone that we're supposed to have, but there was a solo one instead. Have you found a great one in your playtime? I've had 5 great ones, one of every species that's not Tahr, across all the time I've played. Stopping into my break at work, gotta work till 5:30. That sucks, working until, you know, late on a Sunday, but I appreciate you jumping in, man. Hopefully we can help you, you know, pass some time. Got one. Oh, what a great, accurate jump that was. One hit out down there. Actually, 2. Female, though. Better just get them. We'll take 2. Rabbits on Emerald Coast will work. I'm fine with the amount of maps we have rabbits on, to be honest. The next reserve should definitely be an East African one. I think, honestly, I've been saying we're due for another Africa map for about 4 years now. But it feels like it would be a great time to do it. If they could actually pull something like that off. You know, this map, I think, has reached new heights in a lot of ways. If they could take that momentum and run with an Africa map, I think the game would reach new heights. Genuinely, I do. Watching while at work here till 11 tonight. Goodness gracious, man. Like I said, hopefully we can help, you know, pass a little time. That is a late night. Snow kitties have a special place. They are very mean males. They're very rude, I tell you. It's hard to get diamonds of them. You know, unless you're Zeppy, I guess. What in the Tahr Nation? What's going on, Jake? Are you Jake Browning? I'm sure you'll get the joke based on your profile picture. They could add leopards or baboons if they make a new Africa map. It's endless darn near. There's so much in Africa. You could do any one of like a million different antelope species, but impala, eland, sable, hyena. Now I'm trying to find your message again. You mentioned leopards, baboons. They could do the whole big five if they wanted. I doubt they would. There's just so much stuff. How are you so soundproof? What's that mean? You call me loud? Red Heart Beast? Yep. Water Buck, Blessed Buck. This buck, that buck. I think Sunday-PaTAHR was such a double-edged sword. It's so good that if anything after this falls flat, it'll be detrimental, but if they keep this level of content, I think you're right. I think if the next map doesn't hit this standard, people are going to be like, what happened, basically. There's nothing like Mary going to a Cabela's and just walking around and seeing all the big males. What's going on, Jay? Hey, we killed an albino Tahr earlier. We're finally getting some good stuff. $1, $2, red buck, blue buck, and hilariously enough, all of those are species in Africa. Gotta be a little careful about our hunting pressure down here. I think we're just gonna skip that spot. There may be Tahr there, but I don't even want to mess with it until we remove some pressure. Guys, I'm not Jake Browning. What map should I play? Yukon. We were talking about Yukon. Go check out the population reset for the grizzlies. Just found a black Tahr. Nice. They're awesome. I like them a lot. Oh, nice, Roscoe. I will ask for a Cabela's Lodge till the day I die. I was reading that as Tiki, and I was very confused what a Cabela's Lodge Tiki was, but... I mean, it seems like Ultimate Hunting might be adding one of those, and I really hope they do. From the time we used to get the... I'm sure many of you guys have had these. The hardback Cabela's catalogs. They were like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches thick, thousands of pages of just everything Cabela's had to offer. And throughout, there would be, you know, images on the pages of, you know, things like their mountain, you know, displays of all the mounts and stuff. And like, I was 4 years old flipping through that, just mesmerized. And I was mostly looking at the toys. You know, Hunter Day and stuff. All those sorts of things. But I would look at those mountains and be like, one day I want that. I don't know how much of a lottery I gotta win to be able to have my own Cabela's mount thing. It's a lot of lottery, but you know. A boy can dream. OMG, is that a black fur type? No, it's just red-brown in the shadows. The amount of times, man, the worst is after I shoot them. I go up to claim them, and when they're laying, like, belly towards you, they always look dark brown to me. Nice, cool. Got a diamond largemouth and smallmouth with my first 2 days of playing the angler? Dang, dude. I still don't have a diamond smallmouth. That's awesome. Are any of the Cabela's games good? I've heard about them, but never been able to play them. Pro Hunts generally, I think, has good reviews. One of these days, I am going to do a playthrough of it. Most old Cabela's games, even though, like, for me, they've got good, like, nostalgia and stuff, they were more or less shooting galleries. The old ones were sort of open world hunting games, but nothing like what we have, you know, now with Way the Hunter, Classic, Call the Wild, all those games. Is there a great one for Tahr? Yes, that's actually what we're hoping to get right now. Is chocolate fallow worth taxing? It's just an uncommon. Which, in case that needs to be further clarified, if it's high scoring, then obviously, but otherwise, no. You like these developments? There were not males here when we did the first run of the day. Yeah, Kyla just catches diamond fish without trying. Literally, she stopped grinding Tahr. This is what happened, okay? She stopped grinding Tahr to eat. Yes, she was eating her leftover Taco Bell burrito. And she was like, oh, I'll go fishing for a minute so I can eat. And, you know, not have to try to grind Tahr. And she catches a diamond rock bass. It's just not fair. When's the live stream for redoing the lodges? I haven't decided when it's going to be. I might try to wait. I got to do it before the lodge tour, though. We'll see. Maybe when Kyla's out of town. It might be a good, like, hangout day. Pick a day when, you know, nothing's going on. I've got videos done and just get it redone. Because right now my lodges are a mess. I just made a video. Comes out in 3 hours. And when I, like... So the way I make my thumbnails is I've got some empty platforms in my grind lodge. And I'll take whatever animal's going to go in the thumbnail. I'll place it there. I'll get a nice screenshot. Cut it out in Photoshop. Do the whole thing. I'm getting to the point that my lodges are so, like, messy right now. I didn't even bother to put them back. So I just have things in my trophy manager that are meant to be, like, main displays in my lodge. It's kind of a shame, in all honesty, but we'll get there. We'll get it done hopefully soonish. Get that. Leftover burrito was my nickname in high school. Any idea why in 1700 kills I have 7 piebald whitetail but no other rares? I mean, piebalds are just the most likely to show up. That was kind of what my moose grind did for a while. I only got piebalds. Was better pizza or burger? I mean, burger's better for you. People don't realize burgers are actually relatively healthy. Pizza's better, like, you know, if you want something to taste good. And I love burgers. We eat burgers all the time. I do them on my pellet grill at least once a week, most weeks. But pizza's on another level. Let's not kid ourselves. Later, Dylan. Hope you catch some. Okay. Are we missing males, or are they just hiding? Hi. I think I'm just going to blast one of these blue sheep for now. And then we see... Was that a male? Might have been. Just females there. What's your favorite fur for the Great One, Tahr? I still think it is the scar fur. I just feel like it's such a cool concept, like, because clearly the idea is a snow leopard got a hold of it. And then it survived, you know? I think that's neat. Hey, Acid. Took me over 2,000 kills to get a mellow fallow, so I feel you. I never got a mellow in my whole grind. 6,139 kills for my Great One fallow, not one mellow. They're rare. How long are your streams? A lot of times lately I do 3 or 4 hours. Today, I'm gonna have to max out at about 2.5 hours. We're actually, after this, we're running up to my parents. We'll probably, you know, stay there for supper and all that good stuff, but if we're gonna be there around 4, we're gonna have to stop at like 3:30. Ooh, nice manifest. Took 4K, but I did get my Tahr. Nice. Good deal. Anything good? We actually got an albino Tahr. We killed a, I think, 74 scoring level 3 albino on maybe our 3rd run through. Something like that. Not seeing a male over there, which is a little concerning. Have you ever hit a flying turkey? In game or in real life? Okay, good. Males still exist. What are you doing? He's like, can't hit me. Can't hit me. Guess what? I still can. Oh, another one. There's no point. We'll just get him over here. Hey, Becky, thanks for the get the membership to Cole. I really do appreciate that support. Thank you so much. And Cole, if you're here, be sure to thank Becky for the gift membership. Join the Discord, link up our YouTube, get the member role, and enjoy the green name and emojis here in chat. In-game. Oh, yeah. My first diamond turkey was on... it was with a shotgun, to be fair, so not that difficult, but my first diamond turkey was one that flew over us. Oh, my. Not that you'd believe me that I hit anything out of the air after that, but I promise I did. Where do you live? Pennsylvania. I've hit a flying turkey IRL, too bad it's with my truck. You have found a way to hit a lot of things with your truck, somehow. Hey, Jamin. Why do you not like New England? It's not that I dislike New England. I like it less than other maps. And really, it doesn't have anything to do with it being a hard map to hunt. I actually kind of like that factor. Is that there's nothing new on it. Like, okay, green wing teal, yay. Other than that, and green wing teal were added to Mississippi too. Other than that, there were no map exclusives. Everything on that map already existed elsewhere. And if you go back and watch my videos when New England came out, I said, like, I actually think this is going to be really cool down the line. 6 months, a year, whatever. Because it's got all the things that we want to hunt. It's got bear, it's got moose, it's got whitetail. I thought pheasants, quail, what am I missing there? Bobcat would be a neat idea. It just doesn't work, at least not for me. Have you ever been to Sam's Club? I haven't. My mom goes all the time. I don't know, maybe you brought it up the last time too, but I talked about this fairly recently. Like, every other time we go to my parents', we'll go into the entrance room, and there's, like, you know, enough toilet paper there to supply a small army. And it's like, oh, Mom just went to Sam's Club. And I feel like we should get a membership. 45 minutes. Well, Costco's way further. Anything since the pretty albino boy? There was a level 4 that was 100 minimum. However, he did not make it. Hey, King Patriot. When do you go deer hunting again in real life? I think the last weekend in September. We're going to be going to West Virginia. That should be the first time we get to hunt this year. Nobody home at this spot. This time of day, this really isn't the greatest area. I actually dislike New England so much, I have nightmares about it. Oh, was that where that question came from? It may have been. I was so proud of that. It was so dumb, too. Like, out of absolutely nowhere, I just looked at Kyle and I was like, I have an idea. $6.42 diamond. Nice manifest. Good deal, man. Is that super chat alert not going to work today? I know the other one worked. Well, hopefully it still comes up on screen. But Becky, thank you for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate the support. And I like to see the super sticker on there as well. Thank you again. Missed anything good? One albino Tahr. It was level 3, 74 scoring silver, I believe. Did I miss? No, I went down here last time. I'm unsure, Sammy. I wonder if rare water buffalo score minimum estimate. Okay. I guess we'll go here in a minute. How many Tahr? Around 2,000. Are scents worth using? Some people tell me they use them to great success. I never bother with them. You mean scent spray? They're talking about scent lures, I believe. That was a big 4. Oh, another big 4. And we can't kill that because the whole leave 2 and we get respawns thing. Becky coming in with another gifted membership to Rocky. Thank you so much once again. And obviously, Rocky, I do know you're here in chat, or at least you were. So be sure to thank Becky for the gifted membership. Join the Discord if you're not there. Get all the member roles and enjoy the green name and emojis in chat. Were you here for the albino Tahr, Mr. Doug? I can't remember. Use the scent lures for musk deer? That's about the only scent lure I've ever used. I killed my first diamond musk deer. He was attracted to a scent lure. And you would think that would have made me use them more, but I did not. Gotta clear some pressure? You mean to tell me you're under pressure? Rare water buffalo score at the top of the estimate. Apparently orange don't. Doug Dimmadome. Owner of the... I can't even say it. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. The scent of your musk? My Elon? Smell that? That's my Elon. Albinos do. Interesting. Huh. I'd like to see hyenas added and some leopards or maybe cheetahs. I would be a huge fan of all such additions. Okay, I don't know what's going on over there. I'll still fast travel here. I actually can't remember if we may menu between these or not, but I meant to, if I didn't. Easiest Great One grind? Probably fallow deer. Red deer on Tahr is pretty simplistic as well, though. Yeah, I see absolutely nothing. All right, to the southeast we go. What do you say is the easiest diamond on Nepal and the hardest? Hardest is almost certainly snow leopard. Easiest, probably blue sheep. Hey, Amanda. Nobody home there. What's going on, Snakehead? Good to see you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Personally, I wouldn't mind a second South Africa map as well. It just seems like with so many species they could add, and the popularity as of Virunga as a whole. And then, like, the other thing is, too, Virunga is very popular. And not to say the models are bad, but look at what they were able to do with Water Buffalo. Water Buffalo were on the next map after Virunga. Cape Buffalo models are even older than Water Buffalo models. You know they can make them look amazing. And therefore, like, by, you know, that logic, all the new models for new species they could do would be amazing. But then they should put Cape Buffalo on them and redo them. I just think redone Cape Buffalo models in the, like, the style of the Water Buffalo, it would make them come to life. Because they do look a little bit stupid, I won't lie. He said South America? I can read. Yikes, that's awkward. So I will be honest, I don't know as much about hunting in South America. I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of is that Dangerous Hunts 2009 map. Is it tapir? The things that look like elephants. They have, well, they don't really look like mini elephants. They have a little tiny baby looking trunk. That's the last thing I remember, like, from playing Dangerous Hunts. I can't remember anything else on that map. Becky coming in with another gift of membership to Roy as well. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Asger. Did the super chat alert work last time? Because Becky coming in with the super chat and super sticker as well. I like the little dog on there. Now they have animated super stickers. Give us animated emotes. Would that not be awesome? I like how they're just not working for that for some reason. Nonetheless, I appreciate you, Becky. Thank you so much for the support. They could do Cayman as another species? True. Alright, this is how we got our albino Tahr last time. It went running up by us like that. Jaguars, Cayman, tapir, capybara. I think I could get behind this. There's just a pair of twins up there. Kill count. I'm not counting, like, every single kill or anything like that. I'm keeping a rough estimate based on my total number of kills, like just going into Codex hunting profile. We're really close to 2,000. Hey, mistress, what's going on? YouTube's behind on the game, I know. Like, I recognize that just straight up copying Twitch with everything they do wouldn't be a good look, but animated emotes just seem like a win-win. Been watching the video since 2020. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate you sticking around that long. Anything good this stream? One albino male Tahr. Which is a rare, well, we had the albino female from multiplayer, but as far as the grind goes, that's one of the rares we hadn't yet gotten. Do Euro Bison and Plains Bison have the same model? No, they're different. I'd say largely different. In real life, Euro Bison and Plains Bison are surprisingly different. Favorite species on the new map? Definitely snow leopards. I wish we still got them on this grind. Like, I killed so many on this grind, and I haven't seen one in these areas since. Been around since your albino diamond moose? Boy, that had to be, I guess 2018, right? That's quite some time. I appreciate you sticking around, man. Nothing since then, Quentin. 229 kills, 1 diamond, 2 rares. At least your rate of trophies per kill is going better than mine. You know what we missed? There's usually not even any here this time of day, but we spawned in the tent and they put us on the side of it. Do you think they should make a non-grindable animal? I think snow leopards technically are non-grindable. Yeah, it seems like a good, you know, idea. Do more things like snow leopards. One of the reasons that snow leopards are special is because you can't just go and grind for them. I mean, frankly, you know, not to bring up the tiger thing again, but unlike tigers, because there's not many tigers on the map either, but you can grind for those due to drink zones and stuff like that. And therefore, that makes tiger diamonds and tiger rares much less special. Snow leopards, that can't really happen. Tracked to level 7 caramel again last night for almost 8 kilometers. Missed the shot twice. Lost track. Oh my goodness. That's so far. Like up in the mountains too. It's just slow moving. Been around since the 1000 coyote, and that was an insane track job to get him down. That's, you know, one of my favorite things. I don't know if any of those tracks were bugged. Like, there are definitely buggy tracks in Call of the Wild. I didn't know enough about the game back then to even begin to consider that. But when I get into bug tracks now, one of my favorite things is like kind of solving that mystery and figuring out where it is. That was the first like truly tough track I ever had in the game. And it was so cool, like all of us together there. Like, that was when you could call in nervous animals, so Jaxy was working the call. I think you still can do this. When you use the caller and they're moving, they'll stop to, like, I guess hear it or whatever. So he used his caller to get it to stop. It was really, really fun, like the teamwork. It was the terribles. I went to sleep. I would have too. I don't blame you. Your first Call of the Wild video, the audio was so bad. So I don't know when I started splitting my audio tracks, but I remember one major issue I had with Call of the Wild was if it was windy or if it was raining, you couldn't even hear me. I mean, you could, but it was bad. I think Great One should have been a different animal than Tahr. I mean, it maybe isn't the one that everybody thinks like, oh, that is the coolest, greatest thing ever. I really like them. Best I can tell, they've grown on a lot of people. This whole perception of like, I'm not grinding for them that's in their feed zones. Most of that has gone out the window, best I can tell. Wonder if we can see that from that tent. Now, he'll spook if we fast travel there now, because fast traveling within render of an animal will spook him. So if we go away and back in, we'll be fine. Snake, thank you again for the super chat. Speaking of Cape Buffalo, I wonder when EW is going to give them or the rest of the animals true racks. I don't know. Mel said that on one of the EW streams, Jaxy had mentioned like all the Africa animals have true racks, which obviously there's... Is it just 2? Gemsbuck and Cape Buffalo are missing them. So I hope they're at least aware that they don't have them. Oh, that's way further down there than I thought. Alright, well that's not going to work. Then we go here, and if they're not around, that's all good. I'm not going to lie, Bucks and Ducks, the leucistic pheasant look awesome. Like, I might even prefer that. Would you like to see different / more scopes in the game? Yes. More options for reticles that would maybe suit more people? Like, not that the mill dots aren't useful on these things, but I would like a nice duplex reticle. I'm more accurate with stuff like that in real life. Like, typically the less, let's call it noise, in the scope, the better for me. And I imagine I'd be the same in game. Hey, Rusty, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well on this fine Sunday as well. This fine Sunday-PaTAHR. I don't know. Hints to grind on wild yaks? I mean, I don't know that there's a whole lot to it. Go to their drink time, which is 8 to 12, and I try to pick the most consistent lakes, but they can really be at like all these lakes in Himal. A little bit in Pahad too. Not much. You saw an albino pheasant in real life. That had to be insane. We need to be able to make a custom reticle. I could see that leading to issues, but if they could somehow make it work, being able to design our own reticles that could also deal with holdover would be pretty sweet. Bass map for whitetail. Whitetail grinds at least, probably revving to the coast, though the OG Layton is still a very solid option. Only thing I have to complain about is that tomorrow is Monday. That is fair enough. Do you think Hollow Out scoring system could be like Way the Hunters? It used to be. They went away from that, I don't know, 4.5 years ago? Standardized scoring system, there's a lot of good to it. I get the idea behind it, but to me it just, like, it removes some of the, like, I guess uniqueness to each animal. So I'm only going to kill one due to hunting pressure. We should kill two here, but I don't want to screw up our zones. Becky, think of the super chat again, by the way. And that one worked, too. Like, what the heck? Big mail. Anyway, thank you again. Ah, that's a tree. What is so bad with Monday? I mean, work week, school week, all that starts back up. Huge mail. Hey, Shorts. Becky, thanks for the gift of membership to Mr. Doug as well. Appreciate that. Very much appreciate the support. Hope Mr. Doug's still here. Oh, there we go. Look at that immediate emote usage. You'll love to see it. My neighbor a few years back shot a pie doe just 200 yards off our fence line. I was jealous for sure. I don't blame you. We had one at my parents' property. I'd say 2017, 18, and 19. No. Must have been 16, 17, and 18. It was, you know, just a couple months old in 16. So we didn't hunt it then. We decided in 2017, it was only like a year and a half old, that we wouldn't shoot it that year. In 2018, I was trying to hunt it, but I never did get it. Whiskey for my man and beer for my horses? I gotta listen to that again. Who would have thought that Willie Nelson would be the one of the two of them to still be alive? Willie's 100 years old. What's your favorite map to hunt pheasants? Always Rancho. So, the thing about pheasants is they seem to move towards, like, hard-coated cover. This is going to be difficult to explain, but essentially, when you spook pheasants on Rancho, you'll find that they run towards brush and hunker down, and then when you run close to them, they'll flush, they'll fly away. On all the other maps they're on, Hirschfelden, Quattro, New England, they just tend to flush from forever away, and it's really hard to get shots. I think it's because those maps don't have the cover, like, coded onto the map for the pheasants to go to, and that just kind of causes the problems. Hey, Rye Guy. And an old piebald doe at my grandmother's gated community in Florida. I'm guessing that's like a no hunting area too, right? Okay, well, I know there was a Tahr. I don't know where he was. Maybe he'll meet us at the next spot. You think UH will be good? I think my opinion remains the same. If they can deliver on the things that they've promised, and if they can deliver on, like, the vision they're going for, I think it can legitimately compete. But like I've said before, the Angler's actually a good example of this. Sometimes things that developers want to be in game on launch aren't able to be, and maybe it'll, you know, get fleshed out down the line. But when the Angler was first released, it was advertised to be, like, you know, super dynamic, and, like, the conditions really affected, you know, where the fish spawn and, like, where to catch diamonds and all that, and it kind of works that way now. But when it first came out, it didn't really work like that. I think if Ultimate Hunting were to end up, you know, in that type of release, it would just kneecap them so bad that I don't know if they can get their credibility back, because they did a really poor job in the way they marketed it. I mean, they released a trailer on YouTube like 3.5 years ago. Now, it wasn't a gameplay trailer, but it was a trailer. So the hype was just gone. And now there's some hype back again. You know, we've covered the trailer and the press kit and all that kind of stuff. People are excited about the game again. But if they don't deliver, I just don't think they're going to get a second chance. I forget if you even asked this, but would you shoot an albino or piebald whitetail if you saw one? That's a really tough question for me to answer, because my immediate, like, you know, no thought reaction is, yeah, like, I would have shot that piebald in 2018 when I was hunting it. No questions asked. If that same piebald doe walked right in front of me at 20 yards this archery season, I'm unsure if I would or not. I think I would, because like what it ultimately comes down to is, at the very least, I know that if I shoot that thing, I'm going to get it mounted. I'm going to get a good mount of it. I'm going to display it prominently, and it won't be like, you know, a rug that somebody throws in their garage that gets dusty and dirty and like that. So I think I would, but it's a lot easier said than done, because when you have something so special like that, there's an extra layer to it that you have to factor in. Becky, thank you for the super chat again, by the way. Killed 2 diamonds. Nice. It's 2 more than we got today. Hey, Max. We did kill an albino Tahr. Is tiny rare for Tibetan fox? Just uncommon. Call of the Wild needs a next-gen upgrade. I agree. That's the thing, Rusty. Like, I think that's where... And it's not as if I wouldn't want to shoot one to begin with. Like, in a way, I guess, that's kind of like killing a really big buck. There's been deer in the past, though. Like, there's a buck that we call... It's such a rude name, but I didn't name him. There's a buck on my dad's property we call Gimpy. And RJ, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat. Hope you're doing well. Really do appreciate the support. So, is this buck called Gimpy that has a bad back leg. He has a huge limp. And I think he's either gonna be 4 or 5 this year. And we've got him on camera again. He's still getting around with that busted back leg. And he's gonna be decent sized. I think if he walked right by me at 10 yards, I'd let him go. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I have too much respect for this deer that's been going around. I mean, he looks horrible. When he's standing there, you'd think like, oh my god, this thing's not going to make it up the hill. And then when it runs, you wouldn't know he has a broken leg. But he's just, you know, he's one of those ones. I passed him when I first saw that broken leg because I saw him getting around good enough, and I'm glad I did. But I could see a piebald getting that same status where I'm like, I can't shoot it. Male or female albino Tahr? He was a male, level 3. He put him out of his misery, but he's not in. He's clearly not suffering though. Like he.
When he was really limping when we saw him the first time, he was trying to fight those little other bucks with him.
He ran up the hill, and then charged one of the other bucks. But if I showed you a trail cam picture of him, you'd be like, oh, that thing's in horrible shape. But nah, he's chilling. He's, made it through a whole bunch of winters. He runs as if he's not hurt. But when he stands there, it looks like a doe peeing. You know how they squat down? That's how he just stands. Nice. Animals are way tougher than humans? Oh, no doubt. I mean, you see, it's a shame what hunters do sometimes, but you see deer with crazy wounds. One of the does I killed in 2022 had a perfect imprint of a broadhead right through its shoulder blade. The knock was still in it. When we were butchering the deer, we recovered the knock from that guy's arrow. I don't know if he shot me in the shoulder if I'd be still alive. How many diamonds have I killed ever? So this number's wrong. It's 300 lower than it says. 1,246. Hey, Bass God. Doing good, man. How about you? Any tips on... Wait. Top tip Barazinga tips. Pretty much. They drink 12 to 1,500. And they really only exist in this part of the map. It's probably more like that. So you hunt the southwest during that time, you're going to find a whole bunch of them at the lakes. How many zones do I hunt for Tahr? So I don't really count zones or anything like that. Due to the fact that... Are they here again? Oh, they haven't been here in 12 years. That's good to see. There were more, but I guess we'll take the one. Anyway, due to the fact that I hunt all the different times of day, down here will show it best. Yeah, see this? We have Tahr zones from 7 to 11, 14 to 17, and 17 to 20, all in this same spot. That makes it really difficult to even try to count zones, and that's just not something I do. I just place tents at areas and shoot whatever I can see from there. Good place to find yak? They're all through Hemal. They drink 8 to 12, but these lakes across like the northern border are pretty much the best. Just was ground tigers and got 2 diamonds back to back in single player. There you go. Shot a 5-year-old buck. He had a broadhead and buckshot. Yeah, I mean, not to say that every deer has, you know, shot wounds, but that's a thing you hear far too often. A lot of deer get hit one way or another and make it through. Is the auto run while the map is out a thing in the settings? If you're auto running and open the map, you should continue to auto run. You find lots of snow leopards while grinding tar. I did. I shot like 8 in one night. It was stupid. Like, they just kept on showing up in my spots. Right here where we are now is a place I killed, I think, 2 different snow leopards. Since that day, I think I've killed exactly 1 while grinding the whole time. I don't know where they all went, but they're not here anymore. Hey, Whitetail Whisper. Just got yelled at by a vegan in Caldwell. That's what we're looking for. Best gun to use for moose, and what is the best maps? Are we talking best maps for moose as well? I tried to be cool. That second shot didn't quite work. So the best gun for moose probably is the 300 AR. But anything, you know, the 338, the 300 bolt, anything like that's going to work just fine. As far as best maps, probably Medved Taiga. The new tent render makes grinding so much easier. I don't like it. Like, I have a bunch of tents that weren't set up for tar that spawn right by them. But it keeps on happening, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, move my tent away from them? I liked it the old way better. Haven't gotten the trophy tiger yet? It's interesting, like, they can be kind of few and far between. Do the ARs fire as fast as you can click? I mean, pretty much. Maybe not, you know, perfectly as fast as you can click. If I just fire into the ear here, I'll like put my mouse right up underneath the mic. You can hear like a couple of clicks between shots, but it's pretty fast. 10 things an exploit. I mean, they said it's an intentional change. I just don't think it was really meant to be used that way. I like that, you know, animals at 120 meters are rendered in now. But I don't like that you can set up right on top of the zones and just, you know, kill stuff at 30 meters before they spook. Clearly that's not the way it should work. You can set up in more spots without pickup tents? Yeah, here's the thing. I'm totally for like efficient grinding, and I don't care if anybody does it really. Just the biggest issue I have with it is the last little semblance of any kind of like hunting that was left in grinding to begin with goes away by setting up at like 30 meters. Because at the very least you maybe had to make like a somewhat intelligent setup, and you maybe had to make a halfway decent shot at 220 meters. Now even that's gone. But again, like, does it really matter? No. I ain't trying to sit here and tell you to do it differently. I think they made sure to fix the tent rendering problem because tar can feed in slightly different places every time. It could be due to tar for sure. I kind of think the new tent thing is because I have a grind that I can shoot tar at a zone that's 150 away and another that's 300. Oh, you kind of like, not think. Could you not do that with... I think you could have done that before, too. Maybe your spot is kind of unique to where that wouldn't have worked, but I'm thinking with a slightly different setup, you could have done that in the past. So right out there is where we killed that big guaranteed diamond tar in yesterday's video. And now nothing's here inevitably. They could be right down there. We'll go check. Main loadout? Right now we have like the 300 AR, the 4570, and then tents and tripods. Normally, it's something like, say, 300 AR, 308, 243, and 22. No, I'm with you, Mr. Doug. I agree. Might have been because of certain lodges. There are a number of lodges that are really close to zones. That makes sense. Because yeah, it didn't just apply to tents. It was lodges too. That'll work. TK421, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, welcome. You know why I can't join any multiplayer games? Just for fun here. Are you saying like you join and it's saying like failed to synchronize or could not join? Or does it just like not even let you attempt to join? Do you think EW would cave in and add Tahr drink zones once they add them to Tahr? Personally, no. And I'll tell you why. It seems to me that Tahr were designed from the ground up as being a Great One species. When you look at, you know, how big the diamond horns get and then the Great One horns and the variety in them, I think it could have been very easy to make the diamond Tahr bigger than they are if they weren't planning on adding the Great Ones. So what I'm saying is they wanted to make, from the beginning, an animal that was going to be a non-drinking Great One. And I assume that they have plans down the line because of that. Maybe, I don't know, mountain goat? It's kind of similar. But something like that also that's not going to feed. Sorry, not going to drink. It just feels like it would have to be the biggest coincidence of all time that they decided to add Tahr and like they're not going to drink and they're like, oh, actually, let's do Tahr as the Great One. Oh, they don't drink? That's okay. Like, I don't think it worked that way. So I doubt they would add drink zones on another map. What's up, Jez? Nobody home here. Actually, I forgot. Typically, I try to check this spot first, so it's bounced to there. Do you think Tahr will be better to hunt on Tay? If they ever add them, it may be. But, like, I'm gonna be honest, they're not bad here. If you look, I mean, Kyla has 3 Great Ones. I know iBuy has at least 2. There's a few people in the community that have 2 or 3. A lot of people have at least 1 Great One Tahr already. They're not that bad to grind for to begin with. How's the Tahr treating you? We got an albino today, so we're at least moving along, but haven't had a 5 in this stream anyway. Tahr are just more effort? Are they? I don't know. I grind like this for drink zones too. Like, I'm never hyper efficient. I just kind of do what I do. To me, they are barely different. Mine is finding the zones. And I guess perhaps being a little bit more careful about not deleting stuff. Because you know where they're going to show up. I mean, more like finding zones? Once you've found them, though, again, so long as you kind of are careful about it, they're pretty much there. You know what I mean? What do you think of ducks being Great Ones, like being banded or hybrids? I think that would be a great rare. I just don't think making that a Great One makes enough sense. Great Ones have to have, like, a mystique about them. And I just don't think a banded duck is enough. It's not too bad till they decide to move. See, I don't have them moving anymore, though. Like, as long as I'm careful with it, they don't move. If you want a real challenge now, you could grind with bows with the new tent render. Someone else can do that one. I will not. Got some new fishing gear. Nice, man. Kyla has 3. Yeah, she got, I think it was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or something like. It was 3 days in a row. Tahring indeed. Great One Caribou. Caribou need a rework so bad. Great One Caribou would be fantastic. So the snow and the gold. Yeah, the video on the 3rd one hasn't come out yet. If they ever had a Great One Duck I ain't hunting, yeah, I don't know if I would mess with a Great One Duck. So they weren't behind this tent last time. Also, apparently right after I got my super rare albino, I got a white Tahr. There you go. Pretty solid day, to be honest. Alright. Time is 2:49. We got like about a half hour left. I'm tempted to skip the morning zones, but we're doing pretty well with them, so we better do them. Would love a great one with velvet. Honestly, like, velvet in general in this game could be like another level of cool things. You could do rares as velvet animals. You could, here'd be a really fun one. And actually, call me crazy, but I think people would love this. What if we could have antlered does? Something that happens very often with antlered does is that they don't shed their velvet. Like, when this happens, they get kind of big. Like, they're typically what are referred to as like cactus, now a doe, but cactus bucks, where they don't really have like a frame and stuff, but it's just a bunch of points kind of growing out of the mass of the head. I think that'd be a crazy rare. Like, I'd love that. 500 viewers on the stream. Holy, I appreciate you guys stopping in. Do you think there'll ever be a great one for every species? Maybe. The only reason I say maybe and not definitely yes is if we're talking about things like ducks and rabbits, I don't know why they would make a great one duck and rabbit personally. Because at the rate that, you gotta think about this too. We've had 6 great ones in the last 4 years. 6 new great ones, let's call it. Where the heck did, so that's gotta be a separate thing here? I'm not going to kill that one, because I don't know if that 3 was with the other ones. Anyway. Yeah, 6 new great ones in the last 4 years, and probably like 30 new species in the last 4 years. So, just inevitably, as they're adding new maps, it's just going to be impossible to have great ones of everything. Bison great one would be interesting. I don't see a lot of people suggest that, Sammy. Where are the Tahr at on the map? So mostly they're in Himgiri. It's like this chunk of the map here. But you'll get them, you know, pretty far west down here, and you'll get them far south. I think like down in this region some people have them. Down in here, I don't mess with those areas too much because they're not super open. But yeah, there's a lot of spots on the map. Only one calling for a great one, Gunsbuck. I just don't know what you do with it beyond, because the diamonds are massive. I just don't know what you do with it. That wasn't even the right.
Oh, I thought you moved it because you needed a refill.
Nope, I just picked up the wrong glass.
Well, I tried.
Aggressive rabbits, just play classic during the Halloween event. We need a Florida map. The gators and wild hogs would be insane. I was saying a Florida map because that would give us Osceola turkeys. And that would unlock the ability to have like the North American Turkey Grand Slam. And I would like this. That was a cute little hop you did there, buddy. Good work. This just doesn't, so that didn't work as hunting pressure reduction, or it did though. But okay. I thought the doors had to close for it to work? I don't understand then. Are those the shiny turkeys? You're thinking of ocellated. It's very similar. Osceola are relatively normal looking turkeys, I guess I'll say, smaller species. Ocellated are the like green ones with the crazy looking heads. Florida with gators with the Tim Tebow fur type. And then after you shoot one, your character Tebows. You think Expansive Worlds makes the angler a part of Call of the Wild like one game? No. Why would they have made it a separate game to begin with? You know what I mean? Like, clearly the concept of making it 2 different games was they wanted them to be separate, or something about adding fishing into this game would have been problematic. They've been doing trail cams, Mr. Yeast, in maps since at least Silver Ridge Peaks. There were trail cams as part of the missions. I think it's just gear they can throw around the lodge to make them feel lived in or used, basically. Did you get anything good today? We had an albino silver Tahr, so pretty nice little addition to our grind lodge now. A great one, Florida man. Get that guy that was trying to sue GTA. That'd be the move. Decent little fella there. Equally decent little fella there. Oh no. Oh, we hit him. Better than I thought we'd get done. That'll work. Hope the next DW game is a hunting and fishing combo. I wonder if that would work. Like, really, really work. Maybe it would. Games like Alaskan Adventures, Outdoor Adventures. A few games Cabela's did had both. And, like, I liked both. But to me, they were hunting games that had fishing in them. They weren't both. Like, they weren't hunting and fishing games, if that makes sense. Next CW game better have dinosaurs. That would be nice. I'm unsure how to answer that question, Fro. Alaskan Adventures is a throwback. I did a whole, I don't know if you know this, I did a whole playthrough of the game here on the channel, and it was so much fun reliving it. Is it good graphics? No. No, it is not. But man, like, the memories and nostalgia. Worth every minute. I've heard Far Cry 5 is decent for, like, hunting and fishing. Red Dead was solid for that. You find when fishing is just a mini game? If they did it in a Red Dead style, yeah, I think that could work. If we ever get seasons, so we can get like a rut, certain deer actions that only happen during those seasons. I mean, the existence of like dynamic weather maybe makes that a thing. Like the blizzards on this map are incredible. If you haven't seen them, spend some time up in the mountains. And I'm talking like, not when it snows. I mean, you watch the clouds and the like snow and the wind roll in. It gets like whistly wind. Trees just like fly all around. It's awesome. Like that kind of stuff I think maybe lends itself to seasons existing someday. Alright, I think we rest tonight. No, we didn't go down here yet. Oops. Sunday-PaTAHR. Do you plan on duck hunting IRL? Yeah, one day I think I'd like to. I think I said before, my brother-in-law does it quite a bit, and he's invited me a few times, but it's always like in deer season, and I'm like, well, I want to duck hunt, but not bad enough to miss deer hunting. You got any male friends over there? Bet you they do, but maybe they're just down over the hill. Now that's such a weird spot. What we'll do is we'll fast travel here again. Sometimes it spooks them, they just run right by us. I'm guessing this came from... Oh, did EW make Primal? Yeah, it was a side project for some of the classic devs. What's going on, Andy? Hope you're having a good Sunday. That's a 3 with a better estimate than a 4. How intriguing. Old man Flinter.
Yeah, you know, back in my day, I used to hunt these mountains for Tahr. I'd be all over the place. My grandpappy and his grandpappy would kill a Tahr every year.
What gun? This is the 300 AR. Not ethical for Tahr, however, it does kill them very fast. Hey, K-Dog. Weekend's going pretty good. Yesterday was trail camera day, so that was a lot of fun. It's been a little toasty, but that is what it is. And we finally been getting some much needed rain, so the garden's just loving it. In IRL, there's a hunting reserve in Oklahoma where you can hunt water buffalo. Huh. I would have only thought that would be like in Texas, basically. I probably should have known better, but... Presidential debate in a nutshell.
Oh, my golf score is better than your golf score, Donald. Actually, it's the biggest lie you've told.
Oh, made that one very dead. What bow setup to use? So, I've got a Darton Veracity 35. I was shooting it, so I've only shot maybe like 60 arrows this summer, which is frankly kind of embarrassing. I should be shooting more than that. But my second day shooting, I was already breaking nocks on my arrows with that thing. The reason that I even bring that up, the 35 in the name Veracity 35 is the axle-to-axle measurement. And I really do like that slightly longer axle-to-axle. A lot of bows these days are 32, 33, which is, it's a smaller bow that's convenient for tree stands, not hitting limbs, all that kind of stuff. But that longer axle-to-axle, it just gives you a little more, like, forgiveness. Like, you know, with slight, say, issues with form or anything. I don't know if that's something... I guess it must have just been that straw female. It really looked funny in the distance there. But anyway, yeah, hardly any shooting this year and breaking nocks with, like, one of my first groups. I think that goes to show, clearly I'm going to have some stuff that's off about my shooting right now. And yet, still able to do decently well. Well, rifle, it's a Weatherby Vanguard 7mm Audit. I love that thing. Here's a Bowtech at 30 ATA and I still feel like it's long? Yeah, I mean... There's probably bows that are significantly shorter than that now. But, again, for my preferences and stuff... Because what happens in a tree stand so often? You're, like, contorting yourself to get a shot. That first deer I shot hunting with Kylo, that doe... I had like 1 square inch of my butt on the seat. I was leaning way out of the stand to get the shot. I'm sure my form was horrible. But, you know, anything that can maybe help me correct that a little bit, even if it is just, you know, a fraction of a percentage with longer ATA, that's something I appreciate. Can you go for a diamond male woolly hair? A diamond woolly hair of any kind I would take, male or female, but I've been tracking heavy tracks. I had 3 in one hunt the other day. I was so sure when I got the third one, because I picked up a track in the mountains, level 2, sure. Then I picked up one, it was probably like, I think I was hunting these lakes. So like right in here somewhere, tracked along, spotted one. Now I had a max estimate male track, and I spotted a max estimate female. This was also a 2. Killed that one. And I'm thinking, like, this is a 3 then. I just can't have this many max estimate 2s. Spoiler alert, it was a 2. How far do I typically shoot when practicing? So, like this, well, not this time of year. Because, again, haven't shot that much. But let's say, like, in a couple of weeks, I'll be shooting 60 fairly routinely. I probably won't shoot a deer further than 40 yards is pushing it. Like 35 to 37 yards is about as far as I'm comfortable taking a shot. There's just so much that can happen while that arrow's in the air. You know, deer takes a step, hits a limb you don't see, whatever it might be. But anyway, I practice out to like 60 so that those 30 and 40 yard shots are just, you know, second nature. When I get closer to the season, I'll start, you know, pushing down to probably 50. Just because, like, you need to be, in my opinion, oh, wrong thing. You need to be careful about... You still need to practice the distances that you're going to be wanting to shoot. If you only practice at 60 and stuff, you'll find your 30 and 40 yard groups maybe aren't as good as you expect them to be. Hey, Blitz. If you're going to choose a map from anywhere in the world, where would it be? I think Greenland, honestly. I think Greenland would be an amazing map. Saddle stands? You're talking about, like, tethered saddle? I was skeptical for a long time. My cousin's been using a saddle for, I bet, 10 years. Like, a long, long time. And he brought it to our house and showed it to us, and I was just kind of like, I don't know, man, this is kind of stupid. Why wouldn't you have a tree stand? Tethered actually sponsored us last year and actually still working with them. So I have a saddle set up now. I love it. Now, it's not as if I'm going to replace every tree stand setup I have with a saddle, but if I want to move, you know, just a little bit from where I set up last time, if I want to hike in like a mile on public land or whatever, the mobility you get out of saddles is so much better than tree stands. I think they're a great option. Haven't shot a deer out of them yet. No, that's not true. I killed a deer with my muzzleloader out of it. Haven't shot a deer out of them with a bow yet, which is like truly what they're for. It's an archery hunting thing. But yeah, I'm a big fan. You should be able to, Fro. I don't see why not. You might have to be a little more limited in the directions you shoot. There's a fancy thing you can do, which is kind of difficult to master. But you can pretty much shoot 360. There's just a weird way you have to, like, reach between your bridge rope and yourself to, like... It's really hard to explain, but it basically wraps your tether around your shoulder and allows you to shoot to your right. Okay. Concentration is key. I don't know that you could do that with a longbow, but the rest of it, I don't see why you couldn't. What animals do you want to see come to Call of the Wild? I think we named them earlier. Doll sheep, muskox, and what was the third one I said? Oh, Siberian tiger, because we have Bengal tiger. Why not? What map should I grind for Great One Moose? I think Medved's the best option, to be honest. Diamond walrus would look cool. I mean, true. We have musk deer, so just make a Great One musk deer, give it walrus tusks while they're at it, we'll be good to go. Greenland, but it has to have animals from White Rime Ridge. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I want Arctic wolves, Arctic fox, snowshoe hare. If polar bears work, go for it. And then caribou, muskox. What was the other one? Ptarmigan. There's actually a lot of stuff you could put on a map like that. Alright. I think we're good to jump down to here. Are there diamond level 2 woolly hair? I can't say for sure that I've seen one. But I just killed a level 2 yesterday that was like 3.23 and diamond is 3.28, so I kind of assume it can happen. How many great ones do I have? Just the 5. One of every species other than Tahr. Imagine they announced Great One Musk Deer with the addition of a walrus. I'm telling you, it'd be a great idea. Oh. They're being a little weird here. I don't know about this. Hey, Kane Smoke, thank you for the super chat. Really do appreciate that. Just started recently playing one of the best maps for diamonds. P.S. Love you, Flinter. Well, thank you. And thank you again for the support as well. So if it's just diamonds you want, I'd say Quattro Colinas is probably number 1 because diamond ibex are, quite frankly, a dime a dozen. Pretty easy to get diamond ibex. Let me think here. Silver Ridge Peaks is pretty good. Diamond turkeys are pretty common. What else would I go with? Parquet used to be insane for diamonds, but it can be a little bit tough now. Reventuli, I think, is a good one. Those would probably be my top 3 for, like, just getting diamonds, basically. Did my Great One Moose grind on Reventuli and it was real smooth. Did you only stay in the north part of the map? I had a hard time, because I tried to set up on Reventuli when we were struggling with our moose grind. And I set up there and I killed some moose and I just didn't like it. There were so many other spots moose spawned in the south, it just didn't feel consistent. Best trophy you killed since the new map release? Mine's a mellow level 7 tiger or piebald blackbuck. Jeez, I don't even know. Got a fair few pretty cool things. I mean, my big leucistic blue sheep was pretty awesome. What a great place to hide. Rev slowly became my favorite until Sunday-PaTAHR came out. Rev is better than I think people realize. Did that hit? It did. That did not. Piebald Black Book look amazing. Yeah, like, the new rares of them, the albinos look great, the piebalds look great, the redone mellas and leucistics are awesome. Like, Black Buck are extremely underrated on this map, in my opinion. We get a Great One Tahr, and let's say, I don't know, let's pretend we get a Great One Tahr this stream just for fun. That happens, and then we get the diamonds that we're missing sometime in the next couple weeks. I'm 100% chasing Black Buck for a while. Opinions on Mississippi Acres. It's a fine map. The biggest issue that Mississippi Acres has is kind of the same as New England. There's very few species on that map that are worth hunting there. I mean, gators, obviously, right? Green-winged teal are probably better on Mississippi than New England. But whitetail, you know, why would you hunt them there? There's better options. Black bear, same thing. Eastern turkey, I mean, I guess, if that's something you care about, and quail are probably best there, but it's things that are just not, you know, the most special. Yep. My headset's dying. I'm trying to do two things at once. Okay, let's, I think, should be good to go down here again. Death by Tiger, that is the best. Hey, Andrew. We got an albino silver Tahr. Hello, friend. Random map to play. Silveridge Peaks. I don't know why, but I had a hard time coming up with a random map. When grinding for diamonds, do you recommend killing all males or just the golds? I guess in theory, just the golds? Do you think Emerald Coast is worth getting? If you like crocs and stuff, I guess. It's, to me, it's just missing some, like, primary factors that make maps good. One of which being varied weight estimates for animals. Almost every sandbar you're ever going to encounter is going to be 270 to 300 kilo. Most male hog deer are 43 to 50. Most kangaroo are 53 to 66 or something like that. There's very little variance in the weight estimates, and it just makes it to where, like, you run across a heavy track, and the fun part of, like, ooh, let's go track it down, is kind of taken away because pretty much all tracks on that map are heavy tracks. Favorite fur for the Great One Black Bear? I mean, I'm biased, but the Glacier. Next map should be a Middle Eastern map. So what would that primarily be? Like, some ibex and stuff? I don't know what... I feel like I only hear of, you know, sheep and ibex species hunted there. Do you ever go through the story missions in single player, debating even doing them? I used to always do the missions. We would do them on stream. About, like, say, 2 weeks after a map came out, I would let people do them if they wanted to do them, you know, and avoid spoilers. And then I would do a stream going through them. The last couple of maps, the missions have just been so lackluster, I haven't even bothered. This was a little lackluster itself there. And probably this run through here is going to be the last one. Camel Oryx? Okay. Did not know about those. I still don't know how to say that, but that goat takin or whatever are in the Middle East. Some people were talking about adding them here, actually. Kind of weird, there's... Oh, there are more. Okay. Just got Emerald Coast. What should I chase after first? If it were me... I'd probably go for kangaroos first. I mean, you got to, right? When did I start, what, the stream K-Flow? 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. I gotta leave here about, well... I'm going to end the stream at 3:30. I ideally should leave at 3:30, but it'll be fine. Be a little bit late. Hey, Uncross, thanks for renewing your Shusey membership. I do appreciate that, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. They're like smaller than a buffalo, but bigger. I'm going to have to look them up. I don't know if I ever did. Oh, those things. I would love those. I didn't realize that's what that was. Yeah, I actually really like those. My first albino was a bull Roosevelt elk, like a level 2, I think. I remember I would see, because back in the day when this when this game came out, Cold Wild was pretty active on their social medias, and they would like repost people's cool kills that they would, you know, put out there. Somebody would get, you know, a big albino moose. There would be rare elk, rare whitetail, rare blacktail, and I would just see them all the time. And I remember like kind of like complaining like, man, I have to have like the most hours in this game without a rare. And then in a matter of a couple of days, I killed 2 piebald cow elk and then that albino bull. Alright, we're going to push this to like 15, 20, just because it's going to be the last run through we're doing today. Got trolled by a level 5 mellow bears, and even that is huge sad. That really sucks, because the mellows look so cool. I've been saying this. What you do is you walk past that in the lodge and you think, that was a really nice big 4 that I got. Just pretend that wasn't a troll, because that's sadness. Welcome back, Roy. Worth the Texas Spirit Silver Male Brown Bear? It's just an uncommon, I'd say no. First albino was a deer, and I started playing the game really early, and I still found it. Like, I just got it, and I still found it? Wait, what do you mean still found it? I am confused. Need a good handgun? Is there any free options, or are the good ones DLC? Yeah, base game options. I mean, the 454 is great. You do need to get handgun score to unlock it, and you do that by, surprise, surprise, shooting other things with, you know, the handguns you already have access to. So, assuming you don't have any DLC handguns, you'll be stuck with the 357. It's not great, but you kill, you know, 20 or 30 animals, you unlock the better ammo, then you unlock the 44. Once you unlock the 44, it's a pretty quick process. The 44 is a good enough gun as is, but when you get the 454, then you really have something. Now my brother's texting the group chat. What the heck's going on here? Oh, that has nothing to do with... I thought it was going to be hunting related. Anyway. Isn't the Sunberg 454 free? Yeah, I think, but I'm pretty sure the ammo doesn't unlock. Like, I think you still have to unlock the ammo. Maybe I'm wrong. Been a long time since I didn't have it unlocked, so I really... I don't know how much weapon score or whatever it takes these days. So, for some reason, like, no Tahr up here at all. Have I tried the 454 on tigers? I haven't. I really should, but I still haven't done it. There better be a whole bunch on this side. Well, you grind for diamonds, do you only shoot big males? I really don't grind for diamonds. Like, I only grind for great ones. When I'm trying to find diamonds, I go to multiplayer and stuff. Nice maneuver there, bud. Whatever the heck that was. Oh, another male. Oh, he's already dead. I think you got the holo points as base game now. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then, to answer the question before, the 454 is a great free option. Even the soft points are more than serviceable to unlock the hardcast. Do you have a Great One guide? Not for Tahr. I've done some Great One guides in the past, but I generally leave those to other people, mostly because they all get Great Ones before me anyway, so I don't like to make Great One guides till I can prove that they work. By getting a Great One would be the way to do that. And I'm rarely early. Where are we hiding here, fellas? Which fur variation do you think you'll get? What do I think I'll get? Most likely the skull, because I always get the one Mel wants. And that's the one she wants. I want the scar, but the skull does look pretty sweet, so I wouldn't complain. Do you have a diamond guide? I've got a bunch that I've done over the years. I don't know when the last time I made a diamond guide was. Okay. There's like nothing anywhere, so guaranteed great one spawn, right? How much for you to stream all night? I gotta go to my parents after this, so unfortunately there is no such number. Just lost a level 9 yak? You should be able to find it again. Is it on your own map? Okay, like literally nothing is here all of a sudden, which is really starting to get my hopes up. Could they be in their rest zone? It's feed time, so they shouldn't be. I think I menued, right? If I didn't main menu, that would be one reason they might not be where they're supposed to be. Oops. Reminds you of the Ashen Moose? Yeah, same. Okay, they literally just don't exist. Litter muskrat. You've inspired me to play or to keep playing Call of the Lot even. Great content since your 30k sub special stream. Much love. Boy, that was a long time ago. I appreciate you sticking around and thank you. Alright, we got 2 more tents here to go to, and then I'm pretty sure we have literally killed 2 Tahr this run, so I don't know where they are. We might need to start going even later, which sucks, but that could be one of the possible answers. Snow leopards give me the hardest time. They're just tough to hunt. By design, they're tough to hunt. Is what it is. Okay. Is there anybody here at least? I did menu. I thought so. Uh-huh. Not exactly what I expected to happen. Thank you, Entrilla. Finally done with my stuff. I can be here fully now. We've got all of like probably 9 minutes left on the stream, but glad you could make it in for the last bit. Tell you what, it would be nice if we could kill some. I don't know where they all are. Oh, there we go. Tahr are nice to see. Great one behind the corner. It might be. It does remind me of our Great One Whitetail situation, but many things since then have reminded me of that, and it rarely means there's a Great One there. Take it at the Tahr wash, maybe that'll solve. How do I tell apart light brown and leucistic Parasenga? Leucistic or gray, really. The first one I got, it was immediately obvious to me. Yeah, you should be, we were discussing that there, Freaky. You should have access to the worst 454 ammo, which is more than enough to get you by until you can unlock the better stuff. Tips for getting Diamond Rocky Mountain elk. They drink, I think, 4 to 8 on Silver Ridge Peaks. Largely, like, I'd say in the north and west sides of the map. Not so much in the southeast. But, yeah, I mean, go there during their drink time. Go to as many lakes as you can. Kill males while you go. Hopefully one will show up. Okay, at least there's male Tahr over here. So they're not all extinct. Where'd he go? Was he behind that? Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think we're going to run over there and try to smoke one level 3 Tahr. I think what we'll do instead is rest pretty much right up to the 1700 mark and try a couple of these spots again. What map is this? This is Sunday-PaTAHR, the newest map. Try something like that, since we're pretty much out of time. Love the Diamond Tahr models. I think they look really good. I agree. Whole menu just for the sake of it. What will happen when Call of the Wild runs out of new apps to make? Who knows? In theory, you can start making just game ranches anyway. Add stuff that's not already in the game for game range maps. You would think the game would run out of, like, life before they run out of maps they could feasibly do. The Himal region really reminds me of Vaudeville. Yeah, it's very similar. What clothes do you wear? I don't recognize the gloves. It's the Remy Warren outfit. So I know that shows Arctic. It's just lying to you. This one. Hey, D3. What great one is it worth grinding for? I would say whichever one, you know, you find the coolest looking or anything like that. Like for me, even though I really hated the moose grind, I loved the look of Great One Moose, so I was willing to, you know, suffer through it. And suffer through what I did. It took me 440 days. Not that I was grinding every day, but, you know, a fair bit. What does go in the menu do? It basically just seems to get respawns into their zones. Essentially, nobody knows how respawns work, but my guess is, like, let's say we shot some Tahr here, and maybe they respawn, like, over there, and they gotta walk to this zone or something like that. It just allows that to happen. Do you have a Diamond Tiger yet? I think we have 3 or 4. Welcome back, Dylan. Is it bad to not tell someone they have a potential super rare multiplayer if the host is still there? I wouldn't say so. If they're hosting multiplayer, I think you just kind of accept the risk that someone might kill something insane off your map. Because the benefit is they're going to discover a lot of zones for you, and they're going to shoot a lot of stuff that isn't diamonds and rares. And you're going to get a lot of respawns out of it. So, there's give and take by hosting multiplayer, but I don't think there's anything wrong with not shooting it. I mean, with shooting it even. Is it okay to kill your best friend's diamond moose? I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but, you know. What is your favorite map? This one definitely is making its way into my favorite spot, but Leighton Lakes for the nostalgia definitely is up there too. Will you make a Tahr grind setup video? I might, especially if I get a great one. Maybe I'll make a video trying to explain at least what my philosophy going into this was, meaning open areas, areas that are consistent with respawns, things like that. No flinch, I do not. Yeller. How long are we going for? Like 5 more minutes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get out of here and head to my parents quite soon. So, a couple more spots and we're gonna have to wrap it up. This spot was so consistent, and then like now, not anymore. Have you ever shot a running white-tailed deer in real life? No, I've never really had the opportunity, in all honesty. I've shot them moving, you know, walking or probably even trotting, but I've never shot one like, you know, really booking it. We'll try the southeast area again, and then unfortunately, that is gonna have to be it. Does man have to grind whitetail? I think it's probably Reb and Thule, but I know people do very well on Leighton. Okay, so they weren't here a minute ago, so they're just showing up late. Really not what we want, but I can't say I didn't expect that to happen. Do the bullets in Call of the Wild move slower than real life? I would assume so. Like, I don't know. Somebody maybe has done a comparison, but just the fact that the maximum render is 400 meters, it would probably make that type of comparison tough to do. Shotguns for sure. Yeah, shotguns certainly move slower, and I would say bows do as well. Most games get bows wrong. Most games, like the arrow physics and stuff, just suck. I wouldn't say Call of the Wilds are horrible, but they definitely don't have it right. She's got an albino level 7 tiger. Nice, man. Got something up here. What is your favorite weapon? I mean, the 44 lever action is just so cool. I think it's got to be that. I'm gonna say one more spot. This turns into fishing real fast. One more cast. Have I ever played Rust? I haven't actually. Do you think it's time for a new trophy lodge? I think it is past time, in fact. Really think we could use one. Okay, so we at least got some more tar by doing that, but they're still kind of hiding from us, which I don't appreciate. Should we... I told you this turns into fishing. Not really sure where we might... I just heard one. How annoying. Is the 44 lever action DLC gun? Yeah, it's from the Ambusher pack. Did my whole tar grind in the 4 to 7 window and never had them not showing up or zones disappearing? I think kind of like, based on at least my current understanding of tar respawns and stuff, it would be doable to grind them like only in one time frame. Because I kind of thought that would be borderline impossible before. But the main reason I'm continuing it is I have it set up that way, and it's working good enough to get respawns, but this last little bit's been a little weird. One more cast, that was officially our one more cast. How do you get your map check so fast? Map check? Need to be able to make mountain lodges like a Bass Pro or Cabela's. Totally agree. Best map for elk? You know what's sad? We only have elk on 2 maps. Roosevelt's are on Layton Lakes and Rockies are on Silver Ridge Peaks, so take your pick. What did I miss today? We did kill an albino tar, so we're going to take that back to the trophy lodge now that we're wrapping up here. I don't know how many tar we killed total in a little over 2.5 hours, but decent number. I remember this was like low 72,000 area. I don't see the blood from this other one. Screwed up a diamond bison? Oh no. It'll happen. Okay, we're either going to need Sir 12, unless maybe... Did we shoot him this far up? I don't think we did. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. I see blood. Can we see your lodge? It'll be the grind lodge for this particular instance, but you can at least see that one. Shot what with the 308? Okay, to the grind lodge we go. Why did that say 23 Great Ones? So basically, they tried to implement a Great One counter when Bloodhounds came out. They screwed it up. Diamonds were being put into the Great One counter, and my stats are forever screwed. It should say 5. It should also say 1,246 diamonds. And then gold, silver, and bronze, no doubt, are wrong as well. But I don't know. Like, that's not something I was able to keep track of. Oh, the diamond bison with the 308. I got you. Alright, I have stuff taken down for thumbnails and stuff, so we might as well just put them back. I definitely think the albino should go in the middle. You know, it'll be fun, too. White versus albino. How obvious is the difference? And then we have diamond, and we have other diamond, and we also have other white. And I'll rest. Hello? Stuck. I'll rest just so we can see better. Oh my god, let me go. That's weird. Yeah, it's I mean, this was 4 years ago now. But royally messed up. I mean, everybody's stats that played at that time. At 6, tar fit on small plaques? Yeah, I really like it. Really is going to help with, like, the customization of lodges. Those areas that, I don't know, you've got a roe deer or whatever random thing you don't even care about that much. Slap a diamond or rare tar there instead, and I personally think it's hard to argue that the tar doesn't look better. So that's our big diamond from Friday's stream. They really, like, The diamonds actually are very impressive. Then we have other big diamond, smaller diamond, white up there. And then the difference, albino versus the white. Like, the whites look good, but the albinos are just so stunning. That's another one I'd really like a gold of from this grind. But anyway, I do think that's going to do it for this one. Quite frankly, I mean, I don't know how many kills we got, like I said, but 2.5 hours, definitely our rarest kill of the grind so far. At the very least, keeping things going and getting something like that. Pretty nice little Sunday-PaTAHR result. Look at the true horns. Really, really notable how different those are. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. And I will see you in tomorrow's stream. And I would certainly imagine we're going to be right back here doing the same thing, plus maybe some angling at the end. Bye!